¿Qué huele, pelados? My Grito Podcast Network les presenta.
On this night of nights, this All Hallows Eve, prepare to be scared, frightened, and disturbed. Happy Halloween.
Chicano chofo, tomando chelas, chingando tacos, having some fun. Chicano chofo, all kinds of masa. Bernie's all nervous, give 'em a beer or two. Chicano chofo, Esteves de Lazo. Just lost a fan. Oh well, tough shit. Tough shit. Chicano chofo. Ramon's el guapo. He tells good stories. Let's interrupt. Fuck off. Chicano chofo. We love our fans. We hope you like this. If not, oh well, go Steves. En bass, el uñas. Ay, papi. Second guitar, el chilaquil. Ay, sáquensela. En producción, el Banquita Sarabia.
Ay, qué chingón ese güey.
En Requita, Steps.
Papi's Steps.
Y en voz, su humilde servidor, Ramón. So we're here, we're doing our Halloween episode. We are the Home Depot Band. So, for all your party needs, any events, pinche divorcio, casamiento, quinceañera, bautizo, fucking lo que quieran, aquí estamos. Ya saben, just know one rola, different versions. Send us your info at chicanoshuffle.com for anyone to look into it, and then you'll decide whether it's something we should pick up or not. All right.
Fuck, I wish I had distortion for this. Next year.
Yeah. Ya cuando llegue la lana. I think,
cuando llegue la lana dices.
Yeah, I think my grito's supposed to be getting us lana, no?
They're probably using Orlandi Valuta, bro. It's gonna get here fucking when it gets here. Hey, my grito, where's that tracking number for our checks, bros? It'll get there when it get there, guys.
Yeah, fucking A. And I was watching this, well, first of all, this is our sixth fucking Jalame-El-Weenie episode.
6? I thought we just celebrated 5 years.
Yeah, but remember, we started in September. And so in that first year, we did one. So we did 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Son 6. Pero tenemos 5 años. Time, dude. Time is a round flat circle.
Ay, güey.
Yeah.
It's a round flat circle, güey?
Yeah.
Who the fuck, güey?
He's a scientist now.
Yeah, fuck
Ay,
it.
They send it Hawkins.
It's a round flat circle, he says. All
It's
right.
a round
sense, bro.
flat circle.
You can't debunk that. It makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
I was just going off because earlier Fernie and I were talking about True Detective. And no sé por qué ahorita me acuerdo de eso. So that was like, that's a connection to that phrase. But yeah, this is our 6th Jalame-El-Weenie fucking episode.
Yeah, güey. I mean, it's going by really quick, güey.
¿A quién se la jalaste, Dani?
Se la jalé a varias. A varios.
Güey, varias. Ay, güey.
Varios.
Hijo, güey.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had to use...
Chico moderno, güey.
No soy chico fácil, pero también no soy chico... fucking inhibited.
It is fácil with the right person.
Well, it depends.
No, I'm just saying the right person. You're down for anything, bro.
Yeah, so I had to use, my Ramon status to reach out and get some people to help out with this episode and shit. So I was pretty...
I'm pretty excited about it, bro.
I am.
Well, he's excited because he doesn't have to read the fucking stories this year.
Yeah, I think that's better though.
Last year we didn't read the stories either, way.
No?
No, last year we did. What I did is I took the gear where we were roasting coffee, and there was a bunch of people there that told their stories and shit. So I think that worked out better.
Yeah.
Because they add to it, they're there, it happened to them, or they heard it, or they saw it, or se los contaron, so it's easier than me reading off.
Sometimes it works. It's people don't know how to tell stories, right? That's what we talked about it, like The Moth, that show on NPR.
Yeah.
They deal with that too, where sometimes people have a good fucking story, but they don't know how to tell it. So it's really hard to kind of...
Yeah, not everybody's a storyteller, pues.
Yeah.
No, but I think these stories are pretty good. I kept they send them all to Fernie, and then I'm like, hey, Fernie, mándamela so that I could take some notes or listen to them or ver cómo está. And I got them, and I heard them, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck yeah, dude. These are good ones.
You want to know all the spoilers, bro.
I know, he already knows what to say, and it's not fair.
No, because if we have questions or anything, I could have asked them or reached out to them, and that way we could have some clarity, And you could say we don't speculate like I don't know.
We don't speculate. That's all we do.
He just wants to be first tips.
That's this show. Assumptions and speculations.
He couldn't hold himself. I bet you if we're like, Ramon, you can't read them to the fucking air, I'm sure he would sneak in a little listen to see what the fuck.
Well, I couldn't this time because se los mandó todos a Fernie.
So you haven't heard these stories?
I did, but I had to reach out to Fernie to get them. So he sent them to me the other day, which it was good because one of them couldn't be played, so we had to reach out to this person and have him resend it.
Why, the audio sucked?
No, it's just somehow the file was deleted or no salía.
Ooh, that's part of the ghost story.
I know, right?
No shit.
The Kokuya in that story said, fuck that, I'm not airing my shit.
Nah, bro, you
Stop
can't be.
spreading fucking rumors.
My story is copyrighted, man.
You don't have permission.
Not on my dime.
I didn't sign shit.
I know how this shit works. Yeah, so did you guys do anything for, like, did you end up going to any Halloween costumes parties or?
Yeah, I played on Saturday at a Halloween event, so it was cool. It was fun. I didn't dress up though.
Oh no?
Nah.
Ni la peluca, güey?
I was going to. Like, my girl fucking dressed up as Michael Myers this year. And
you were gonna be Jimmy Lee Curtis?
no, I was gonna fucking take her costume because
Chicos modernos, güey.
she used it at work. I would be Jamie Lee Curtis.
El pinche.
Wear some Wranglers, fucking.
Did you see the new one then?
Nah, wait, but I heard it sucked.
Oh, that's why it's hurt. But since I know you saw the other ones, güey.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're gonna watch it eventually, probably this week.
Pero no puro, no?
Nah, because I heard it sucks, way.
But it's supposed to be a whole new little trilogy, you know?
Yeah, but I think they're really milking it this time, way.
I mean, at least they capped it, way, you know?
For sure, we always watch the original 78 one, the 1978 one. That one's it's a tradition that way.
It's a classic.
We're both into him a lot, way.
What I did is I did this year, starting October.
He said, cállate, I got a story.
No, I told the mija and the kid, I'm
already used to it, way.
He was talking about the 70s and his kid is...
No, because it goes back to that because I told the mija and the kid, I'm like, hey, me voy a proponer every day in October, I'm going to watch a scary movie. Or a scary show or something. And yeah, the first one I started off was with Halloween, which I think will be the last one too. Watching on Halloween.
You think you have a tradition way? He watches one every day.
No way, this guy definitely. Well, he's living his last life way. He wants to get everything out of the way.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm more fucking. My ego says I'm gonna live more lives, so I'll have more time to watch these movies in my next life.
Got plenty of time to watch the third one.
The third one sucked. There was one where the fucking, I think it was the third one where
Oh, in the originals.
he didn't even come out. It was
Yeah.
like a factory that made masks.
Well, supposedly, I think that we're trying to connect it is because it's a Shamrock, is a Shamrock mask or the Shamrock Corporation that makes these masks.
Yeah.
And apparently the mask that he's wearing is
Yeah,
one of the
let's
Shamrock.
Fayol, güey.
Yeah.
With Fayol, that was 80s weren't really known for like really good movies though. Where I think there was a lot of shit that was happening in the 80s that was like,
I think the slash. I was just watching Eli Roth, the history of horror, and they were doing like breaking it down like the zombie era, the vampire era, and one of them was the slasher era. So when this Halloween came out, then you had all these other slashers trying to come out because that was a big thing. So
Yeah.
then you had Jason, and then you had fucking Freddy Krueger. You had what was another slash? Oh, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and all this. So all of that is just what was big in the 80s, and then sometime in the like mid 80s or anything, it was saturated so much with it that like people were not interested anymore.
yeah,
You know, and then here come the 90s, and then you have the rebirth of it with like Scream. And then I Know What You Did Last Summer, and then shit like that. Those kind of slashers came back. My Bloody Valentine was a remake. So they were breaking it down and shit, but también Zombies was another one, the rebirth in the 90s también, when they did what was it 28 Days Later with the fast zombies and shit.
The late 90s.
the
no?
vampires too had a nice little run in the
Yeah.
90s.
Until I think they did Twilight. It's just like everybody shits on it.
Wow.
Everybody shits on the
Unless they like it,
But
güey.
that's not too far from the what was it, like 6-10 years ago?
That was like 2009, 2010 por ahí.
What's the newest horror film that you were like blown away by that you really liked? Like the newer ones, not like these traditional.
You know
Not the
which
remakes
ones?
either.
You know which ones I really like? I started liking the Conjuring universe. Like the Conjuring 1, 2, The Nun, Annabelle, and then they did what was it?
They made a few of those
Yeah.
Annabelle too, no?
Yeah, they did the origins, like the origins of it. So they kind of spread out to it. Those are pretty good. And then ¿cuál otro día? Insidious también was a good one. The 1 and 2.
That happened to me in real life.
Which one? The
Insidious stuff, the astral projecting. It's kind of I didn't want to watch. I haven't watched those because it's like triggering. Because that's actually what happened to me when there was a time where I was able to come out, and then, I mean, it sounds weird way, and I even sound fucking crazy talking about it way, but it was one of those things where I felt me coming out of my body, and then I just took off way. I could feel like, when you're in a roller coaster and the wind, I could feel that. Like I was going through, enjoying the fucking city way, fucking floating and shit. And then I was like, I got into like a way to like the outskirts. And I remember feeling like, wait, fuck this, dude. I got to get back. And I remember fucking going back and then losing my route back to like where my body was at home. And then I literally could remember coming in and out of like the side of my bed. And then I did some research after because it was like a struggle to get back. And apparently it was like I left my body unattended and something was trying to get in. And it was me telling it like, nah, dude, get the fuck out of here.
There's no vacancy.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's how people die in their sleeps way. I never really looked deep into it. Like maybe it was something like that. Like I don't know if I would have let this thing or whatever the fuck entity or whatever you want to call it, you place your word, fill in the blank. If I would have let this thing take over my body, I don't know if, do I come back a different person? I wake up and all of a sudden I'm killing fucking people, or is it just I just don't wake up? So it was scary, bro. It was like real shit way.
Shit, man. Do you remember how old you were?
Yeah, I was maybe late 20s.
Oh, I thought you were younger.
No, I was in my late 20s where, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I've never wanted to do that again where I was like, fuck that way. It's too risky way. I don't even. And then some people are like, hey, you believe in that shit? Wait. There's shit out there, bro. Like, let's not pretend that we're not living and sharing the space with other fucking energies way. And that shit felt real as fuck, bro. Like, I just don't know how I would make that up way, because it was just, I could literally see the side of the bed and me struggling. Like, I don't know if my body was like moving. I mean, I do weird shit when I'm asleep where even my girl says I throw her off sometimes.
Your body twitches?
twitches and like just I just sometimes I feel like I get sleep paralysis sometimes, and then sometimes I have these weird fucking jolts that I just kind of get up and like I don't know, it's just weird shit. Where
How often do you get? If you don't mind me asking, how often do you get the sleep paralysis?
it's been a while.
Okay.
It's been I can't remember the last time that I felt that, but it happens maybe once every 2 years or something like that. I feel like
Ahí, güey.
something's yeah,
Your
see?
mic got fucking paralysis too, güey.
They don't want me to talk about it. It just feels like something's pressing on me, and I really can't. It feels like I can't fucking move way. But I don't know if it's just like meditating way or taking like mushrooms, or I'm like messing around with different energies and different frequencies and shit way. But I do feel like shit sometimes, out of body shit. And I notice if I want to make a correlation way, now that I think about it, it directly correlates with our trip to Peru post. All this kind of shit started happening after. So I don't know what happened to us their way, but all of a sudden this thing opened up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was an amazing trip, but yeah, there's like
There's something there, right?
Yeah, something definitely happened there, man.
Yeah.
Algo se trajeron, cabrones.
I don't know si nos trajimos algo or we opened something.
I think so because
Was it the rock this guy stole, or was it?
Did you steal some shit?
No, I didn't steal shit.
No, I think we were told not to take anything.
Yeah, we were.
That's what I'm saying, but you know,
uh-huh.
rebelde over here.
No,
Sticky
I don't
fingers?
fuck with it.
Yeah, he was wearing a Sticky Fingers Rolling Stone shirt.
Those were his no tranzas, no avanzas days, güey.
No, way. I didn't do nothing. Whatever they told me not to do, I didn't do it.
So I keep that shit to myself because my girl gets really thrown off by shit like that. So
Yeah.
I try not to like throw her off with it.
What's wrong, papi?
What's wrong, Daddy?
Daddy, are you okay? You're having a fucking bad dream?
Can baby make it better?
Holy shit.
No way.
Ay, güey.
And also, fucking, it's that time, and I really, también it's like, like you can notice it, ya viene the time change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really enjoy it.
Hey, pero next year, no?
There's no more time change after this one, güey.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
They
Because it was for the farmers way. I mean,
it got
really,
canceled,
it
bro.
really didn't make sense why we still had it. But
El daylight savings talk shit about fucking some razas, and they canceled it.
he was wearing a White Lives Matter shirt like Kanye.
And they canceled
"Sabes
it.
qué? Out of here, guys.
You're canceled, bro. Your
Yeah, no,
Twitter's
that's it.
deleted.
That's it, bro. No more fucking...
So this is the last one. But así va a quedar, though, this time, right?
Yeah, no, well, like the time changes and then it doesn't change back.
Okay, so we get an extra hour then.
Well, you get the regular time.
I don't know how
right?
long that's going to last, bro.
I know, right?
Pretty soon you're going to be like, hey, what the fuck? When's the time changing again?
Yeah, because the daylight savings is the summer.
Yeah, fall back, spring forward.
Yeah.
So fall back, we go back 1 hour.
Yeah, no more, bro.
And then in the spring, we go forward. So I think it's next weekend or this weekend coming
It's
up.
usually like the Halloween weekend.
After.
In 10 years, you're going to tell some kid that and he's going to look at you like you're crazy.
Well, dude, just like fucking, we went, you know, we used to have summer breaks. We were in like a year-round school. También.
I was year-round.
I wasn't. I wasn't year-round.
I had tracks. They used to call it tracks. I don't know if they call it now. But yeah, we had tracks. It sucked way.
But at some point, you were also. I mean, when did you start the track
No, there
system?
was
Or was it
always
always?
No, I was year round traditional till like maybe when I got to junior high is when we started getting tracks, and so I had a lot of buddies, friends in elementary that when we went to junior high, we just kind of like separated because they were in a different track. And so I always felt like a kid I always felt like I was missing out because I would get used to a subject and then I would go on vacation. So it was 4 months in, 2 months out, 4 months in, 2 months out. And so as soon as I got my stride, I felt like I was learning shit. Vámonos pa Mexico. Me mandaban 2 months out there, and then I'll come back to school, So I just felt like I got screwed, I wish it was like a year, the whole like a traditional kind of year.
Yeah, no, and when I talk to other people, they're like, "Oh, you had all like, yeah, we had all that." I remember I had lockers in high school
Yeah.
and junior.
That was fun, When I saw lockers in high school and junior high, I was like, fuck yeah, let me buy a master lock. Now I have my own shit. I had a buddy, this has nothing to do with Halloween, but since we're on the topic, I had a buddy that used to sell pornos in high school, and he had a specific locker that's where the merch was, He would steal it from
fucking
somebody.
entrepreneur.
Well, you just put your lock on it, way. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I know that movie.
Yeah. And so he would fucking, hey, hazme casita, And fucking,
No, yeah, the movida too was fucking. If you didn't put your lock away, some cabrón would come put a
Someone
lock
found
on your
jacket,
shit.
Yeah.
No, I mean just to fuck with you. Le ponían el
Oh,
lock
yeah,
away and
yeah,
lock
yeah.
it, and then you can't get to your shit.
I never got that.
There were some that in our school. There were some that didn't have the dial. You could just claim it.
Yeah.
Right. But then there were ones that you had the combination, but then you could also put a lock, and they did that. What this guy was saying, some guys would just fucking hate on you and put a lock on your
Yeah,
shit.
not even to steal your shit, just to lock you
You
out
should
of
be a
your
dick.
shit.
So my
Yeah.
friend wouldn't sell pornos and shit,
Oh, ándale.
but
The haters,
he was
bro.
making a killing, bro. You know how kids would sell fucking candy lollipops in high school? This guy was selling pornos with $5 a pop.
A página, güey. ¿Cuál quieres? ¿A 52 or 52?
Ahí está.
We had fucking library cards, güey.
No.
Hey, dile a Ramón que traiga la otra, güey. No sos mamón, güey. You already sober.
Es Blockbuster, güey.
Y
¿Ya
como,
trajo el March?
I know,
Did you bring March back?
y como a Ramón le decían sticky fingers his whole life, güey. Dejaba las pinches páginas bien pegostiosas, güey.
No.
Yeah.
No. All right, so you guys
But
ready?
even in my high school, there was haunted stories. I don't know if your high school had that, but in my high school, there was these folk stories of fucking people. There was one where they said that some girl that was in theater committed suicide in the theater at school, and supposedly it was haunted. And
Wait a minute, the junior high or the high school?
high school, the one that was on Bullis,
Oh, because you still went to that one, right?
I went
Because
for
then you
2 years.
went to the new
the
one.
new one, yeah.
Oh,
Even when we were at that old high school, like the theater was fucking creepy as fuck. And then directly across from our high school, there was a old fucking house that looks like a house that was like in fucking Alabama somewhere, like a fucking
craftsman?
plantation or some fucking old shit like that. And that house was always creepy, bro. You swore you would see fucking somebody, and it was supposedly vacant, but you swore you would see fucking people like staring through the fucking window. But it was just probably us kids, way making shit up, way.
I heard that high school was on what is it? The ancient Indian burial?
Yeah, everything was on the Indian.
All the movies now.
and then there was quicksand right around the corner from it and shit.
Highway quicksand.
Oh, I remember quicksand, way. Quicksand was a big deal in the 90s, way.
In the 80s.
Yeah, but in the 90s, también, we were scared of quicksand.
Yeah, we were for
Where
quicksand.
did they find all this quicksand?
We were afraid of ancient Indian burial grounds. In elementary, when I was living in Boyle Heights, I went to Evergreen, and somewhere in the cuando estabas in the PE field or the asphalt field, you always looked up and there was a house that was right on a hill, like at the top, and they always said that fucking house was haunted. Right? So, no, de ahí vive una bruja y que de ahí en la noche sale la bruja. So, if you're in the school after hours or whatever, de aquí viene a agarrar and everything. And I want to go back and see where that fucking house is at so that I can drive up to it.
Pricey ass
Now it's
property
a $1
now.
million fucking part of the fucking.
That's a house with the view now, bro.
It might be, I think it might be like up in City Terrace or something.
Yeah, está cabrón, güey.
Hold on.
I mean, the house that I'm talking about that was in front of our high school, it got remodeled and it looks fucking legit now. I don't know if the new tenants know the story, way, but
People creep out
it was
through the
fucking
windows.
weird house, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's definitely something with that, man.
Highway.
It sticks, no?
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah, there's something to that, way.
Está cabrón,
some
I guess,
houses, I don't know. It's just like, luckily I don't go into people's houses anymore, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that's great.
Yeah,
It's a good move.
Yeah, I hope not,
sometimes
because
like,
you don't work.
yeah.
If you still did, that'd be a little creepy.
I know, right? It's like, hey, what's up?
I miss going in people's houses. Sorry.
Old habits die hard.
Hey, bro, you got some sugar I can borrow? He would be that guy, huh?
Un pan dulce no tienen por ahí.
Oh, man. Pero bueno, should we get started with the first one?
Ay, güey.
Go ahead, way.
All right.
¿Cuál quieres primero? Pues, I mean, you know the order, güey.
El que te dije, güey.
Okay, I don't remember your order, way. You gave me a very specific order, way. I don't have enough notes.
Just say what you want to say.
I know,
Way.
it's hard.
Because, all right, pon la de Vejera.
Este güey. what's
Oh,
the
it
shit?
doesn't want to say.
Yeah, just,
Pero, ¿cuál de todos then? From the beginning?
yeah, from the beginning.
Oh, shit. Well, I haven't broken up, so
All right.
you can comment. Tenía su own sound effects on.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't need sound effects. Ahí les va la primera, pues.
Ahí va.
This story takes place in the year 2000. It was when I was seeing my then girlfriend, now wife. And we used to watch movies in their den, which is probably like in the middle of the house. that particular day, we rented a movie, and me, my girlfriend, and her younger sister, which was about 10 at the time, were watching a movie late night while we were also waiting for my girlfriend's older sister to come home. Now, my girlfriend's older sister had a way of walking that you can clearly hear the tacones that she used to use. So while we were there watching a movie, for some reason, you hear the tacones start coming up that hallway. And the tacones kept coming. But all of a sudden, it just stopped. And everyone else in the house was not only asleep, but also much younger. So there was no other person that could have made that sound. Then we got worried because we started calling out her name and she never came into the room. The more that we thought about it, the more that it became weird. So we got up and then we checked the whole house and no one was in that area. We called her cell phone many times, and someone finally answered the call, and you just hear music like a nightclub. And we keep calling, but this time it just kept going to voicemail. We didn't know until the very next day that she was okay and she wasn't dead. What we thought at the time was that her ghost probably came home after being murdered.
Wow.
That's disappointing.
But maybe they were trying to tell us something because she never went to Tijuana, and that time the guys that they went with took them all the way across the border, and maybe the spirits were trying to tell us that that's a dangerous place and they shouldn't be over there. But to this day, we cannot explain what that sound was, and we are convinced that we all heard the same thing. And it was 3 of us. There was no mistaking it.
For those of you that don't speak Spanish, tacones is heels, not tacos.
That big taco.
Yeah, I don't
It's
want
not a taco plate.
I don't want people fucking picturing some tacos walking by
Those
themselves.
pinches tacones.
Ay, güey, bitch, tacos were floating, güey.
Es al pastor gruesome legs.
Oh, man.
Yeah, con
Hey, isn't that...
zapatos de tacón.
So that's one of those kind of fucked up ones where you kind of were hoping she was dead because it's a good story.
To make it a story.
Because I'm like, that's what I was thinking when I was listening. Like,
Nothing happened.
holy shit, murió, like.
Yeah.
But when he says that they call and you hear the music in the background, I'm like, fuck, a lo mejor this is where like la están matando and she's trying to
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, no, she wasn't there.
Nah, she was fine. She was just at La Boom.
No, she was in Tijuana, Señor Frog.
She was at Senior Frog, güey. Fucking spring break.
Y como
Oh.
chingan y apagando el teléfono. She's all like, I'm fucking having the time of my life.
These fucking cock blockers, no dejan fucking tirar palo.
Que nomás oía, oye, papi.
Holy shit, man.
Oh, shit.
That's disappointing, dude. That's funny.
So fucking,
That's disappointing.
I mean, he sounded like he was disappointed.
yeah, she wasn't there.
Yeah, she wasn't dead.
No le pasa, güey.
Este güey called the cops, güey, reported a missing person, and fucking, she's fine.
Yeah, no, but she
Apparently, I
was.
had a favorite pair of tacones too, güey.
I mean, when other people hear it, there's something to that, right, bro? Because like it's weird when you're the only person that hears something, but if there's other people that also hear it, then what
You're
is
like,
that?
well, wait a minute. Like, fuck, I'm not imagining. You heard it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. It sounded like her because, yeah, there is a way of certain people walk.
Yeah.
And even certain
we have a
people,
cadence.
yeah, the way they eat, the way they laugh, just they have little ways, you know?
Yeah.
And so when I was hearing this story, I'm like, holy shit, don't tell me she fucking died, dude.
And then when the story was over, he's like, oh, wait, I met her. Wait, I should have known better.
Yeah, that was el compa Jerokee.
Yeah.
But he's got another one. Fucking put the other one, Fernie.
Right, wait, he wants...
Oh, shit, I guess salado. He needs a limpia.
After all the stories, we can fucking recap, güey. A ver, ¿cuál es el otro? Es este.
This story takes place in 2015 when a good friend of ours passed away. We went to go see him in Las Vegas while he was in the ICU. And there was not much we can do but to just kind of be there with him. When we came back, I actually felt pretty good that, he was going to pull through. But unfortunately, when we got back to LA, we got word that he had just passed away. That morning, at around 5 a.m., we get a doorbell ring. And I look outside, open the door, and there's no one there. Well, that never has happened before, especially not at 5 a.m. The following year, we go and we celebrate his birthday. We stayed up all night, pretty much till 3 a.m., drinking, remembering him, and just celebrating his life. That same morning, at about 5 a.m. again, I get another doorbell, and no one is there. I actually think that it was him coming to say hello and to just mess with me. Or just to let me know that he's still around and he wants to make sure that we're okay. Since I changed my doorbell to the Ring doorbell, we haven't got any ding-dong ditches since then, but I'm pretty sure that the new technology kind of keeps ghosts away, so maybe I should go back to my old doorbell to see if he comes to visit again.
Chale.
If he's a boomer ghost, well, he's not gonna figure out the Ring camera.
Well, let it end, wait. Why you tell me to fucking cut him off? Wait, he put the music for a
I
reason.
know,
No, that's
bro.
true,
He wants a
that's true.
smooth fucking.
¿Qué pasó,
It's got a
güey?
nice fade out.
Fucking-
Hey, we appreciate these. These are fucking some legit listeners, where they do their own editing to create fucking I mean, we just
Ambiente.
basically plug and play, where
Yeah, but
I like how he thinks technology thwarted.
yeah, they're like, no me van a cachar, like,
Ahora tiene cámara, güey.
I know.
No, but yeah, that one. I mean, I've heard stories of people like when someone passes away, they'll hear a noise or they'll hear a knock at the door or like somewhere where they used to stay at, like like if you had a guest room for there donde se quedaban or whatever it is, that's happened.
I mean, as much as I want to say that this is actually what's happening, way part of me still, the rational side of me is like, there's a perfectly logical explanation to what it's happening. It's just in our brains, we start fucking putting shit in their way, and I just feel like sometimes there's, I don't know, I don't want to say that these people aren't hearing or they're not feeling what they're seeing, way, but sometimes there's a reason and a logical explanation.
No, también te convences tú mismo, ¿no?
You do, way.
Because now I don't think it happens as much with whenever we all get Amazon packages now, no? Pero te acuerdas when you ordered something before and you're waiting for it, and you're, oh shit, was that the door? And you would go fucking check, a ver, fucking llegó mi package. But no, I think it's in your head. You thought you heard something. And
shit, I get like that when I order Tams on Uber Eats. Anyway, is that my fucking chili fries?
Like, hey, what?
Yeah, porque si se enfrían, it's not the same.
Yeah, hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like out on way.
So yeah, sometimes I think so too. Wait, that you convince yourself. You're looking
No,
for
I
something.
know Ramon doesn't believe that.
Nah, Ramon for
Ramon
sure.
fucking.
No.
I mean, you guys have stories, no? Where from the apartment that this guy has a logical explanation for it, and you're over here making stories.
And I'm just saying, like, nope, it happened.
The light, the reflection of the sun and the blinds or some
No, it was
shit.
night, way. It was
The
night.
moonlight reflecting into the
Fernie
blind.
explained it that supposedly a car was coming from another
Yes,
hill.
it could have.
And they must have had their high beams at a certain angle, a certain speed, and reflected off of a window, and that window made a reflection of someone walking by or someone in the apartment. And I'm like, fuck no, I clearly saw it.
How do you explain the fucking flaming hot Cheeto that looks like Jesus?
Or también remember when he fucking was like, bro, the pinche ghost had me, and we were like, wait, that's sleep paralysis.
Fucking me tenía el pinche muerto, güey.
So you've dealt with that too?
Yeah, in that apartment.
That
I
was
had
his
it
story
twice.
that he was like, bro, I couldn't move.
I
me
had it.
tenían.
I had it twice in that apartment.
I mean, that's hard.
And I haven't had it since then.
But see, the body does weird shit where that's why, like, I get that we feel like somebody's pressing down, but then part of me is also like, I mean, we could.
Wait, but I was conscious. I was looking around and I remember like, fuck, I can't fucking move.
Have you ever been hypnotized?
No.
When you're hypnotized, you can't move. Like there's certain parts when you're being hypnotized, part of your brain knows that it's happening, but then you're kind of like just letting shit happen. And if you're sitting and you're hypnotized and you're sitting just fucking straight, good luck trying to move shit. You can't. Like it's like you have no control over your body. Way.
También for just a little more context también, güey. Just to add some context. Those are the times también where se está echando 3-4 horas de ghost stories on TNT or whatever.
Fucking guy. Let me watch one scary movie a
like
day.
three months of echándose eso,
come on,
and all of a
bro.
sudden he's seeing ghosts, sleep paralysis.
My cabinets are like getting open.
This cabinet somehow are getting left open.
Oh my god, that could do it, bro.
There's a little context, way. Just
también
throwing it
donde
out there.
estábamos, that building right there, it used to be
Ancient
like,
Bay, Oregon, yeah, güey. It was an ancient Indian burial ground.
yeah, dude.
Really? That's where the Spaniards came.
But apparently, I like they would dump bodies there. Like I encontraron muertos in that area because it was like a lot, like it was an empty lot or something.
I don't know. The Miguel Contreras next door too had some chemical shit or something under the football field or whatever.
Yeah, dude. So there's some shit there. And then I remember when Fernie used to play what was it, Black Noir, or what was it, that video game where like it was the 1940s or 1920s.
Oh, I forgot what it was, but it had something to do with the.
So he would like they mapped out LA, and cuando iba pinche Fernie pasando por la calle right there, you could see it was a fucking a lot way. It was like fuck that.
So if it's in the video game, it's fucking.
Dude, they did their research on that shit. I'm just saying.
Yes, exactamente.
I mean, some games like I
some
remember when I first got the PlayStation when we were playing Call of Duty.
Mosquito.
One of the games that I bought was the newest Resident Evil, and fuck, dude, that shit was creepy, bro. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, way fucking playing dark. And purposely we would turn the lights off because that's a game that you play with fucking. You gotta get in the mood.
Adrenaline, everything.
But there's a part of the game where this big ass fucking dude doesn't stop chasing you away.
Yeah, in the hallways and shit.
Yeah, everywhere.
And
I was like, what the fuck, dude? This guy, and then you're fucking like,
and your controller shakes.
Yeah, no, it adds to it, bro. Like imagine like how if virtual reality, it's coming a long way. Imagine when you could like submerge yourself in like something like that way. Fuck, bro, it's gonna be crazy.
I was telling Fernie, there's a show on Amazon Prime called Peripheral. Dude, that motherfucking show is badass, dude. It's got something to do with like the whole virtual reality thing. You know, so it's. I recommend it. I think when they do an episode a week, so Fernie's are like, fuck that, I'm gonna wait.
You know what I've I don't know if you guys ever had people around you that work in hotels. Have you guys ever had people that work in hotels?
Yes.
I've heard some creepy stories from these people where that sometimes they see some weird shit happening in these hotel rooms that like fucking shrines and shit like that. Like some people do some weird shit with.
You don't know who's... People rent or stay the night or stay a week or whatever. You don't know what kind of stuff they bring with them.
Yeah.
You know, like I show up with my CPAC machine, you know?
Yeah.
But hay otros que entran con un pinche altar, una fucking decapitated head or whatever.
What the fuck?
Something. Yeah, no, they told me stories like weird shit where.
Fucking se bañan en la tina con pinche sangre de chivo.
Shit, wey.
Wow, what the fuck is happening?
Just saying, güey.
Yeah, that's some Santa Muerte shit, bro.
I hope they use some cloro, güey.
No, pues ahí va la ñora fucking a limpiar el pinche latina, güey. Toda pinche madreada.
That sucks, way. She gets all the juju, takes that shit home.
Fuck that. All right, Fernie, pon la
shit.
otra.
Which one next, güey?
No, he had three of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I forgot we're still on
No,
this.
este compa está salado.
Well, okay, I'll tell you after.
They say that animals can see spirits and that they're very perceptive. I didn't believe that until one of my wife's very, very close friends, a person that was homeless, that lived in a van, and that had his dog with him since it was a puppy. My wife would give this man food, dog food, water, everything to help him survive while he was living in his van. What she cared more about, of course, was the dog, making sure that it was okay, that it didn't stay in the heat too long, and things like that. She was able to get him housing, and he was more or less in a better place than he was when he was living in a van. Unfortunately, alcoholism took over, and he passed away. But we didn't know it just yet. And during those days that he passed away, my dog had a very strange reaction every time we entered the house. He would run to the door as always, and as soon as my wife would enter the house, he would just start crying and backing up, acting like he is seeing something that he was just afraid of. And we couldn't explain this. This kept happening for about 3 days. Of course, it kept getting less and less. But we would try to pick him up, and he would be afraid and he would be scared. Then, another woman that was also homeless and she helped passed away maybe a year later. And again, this same reaction from my dog started happening around the same time that the woman passed away. This kind of made us feel like it was related to the people that were dying, and maybe their ghost came to visit and were with us every time we entered the house. That was the freakiest thing we've ever seen. I think maybe we don't give our dogs enough credit for how they want to protect us, and in this case, he didn't know how to protect us from ghosts. And I think that's what made him afraid.
What? Dila, güey.
No. I was thinking as he was telling the story. I'm like, wait, fucking dogs smell other dogs on you. But then he threw me off with the other one. He didn't say that the other one had a dog too. So I don't know, because that was what I was gonna say. Dogs get fucking crazy when they smell other dogs on you.
Oh yeah, fucking La Estelita fucking gives me a look like, you cheating bastard.
That's right.
You son of a
Y
bitch.
por eso no se te acercan, güey. Así.
No, the first thing she does is like, she'll greet me and then she's like, hey, güey, ¿dónde andabas, cabrón? Y que la chingada.
But they definitely understand things different than we do, way. So yeah, I believe that way. That cats are fucking weird as fuck too, way. Like they see shit and they feel shit.
Yeah.
But just for también for a little salt of context.
Okay.
Isn't this the same dude that commonly confuses real life with películas?
Does he?
El Jerokee.
Oh shit.
Yeah, fucking thanks to Jerokee from Ask the Fellas.
Just a little context, bro. Little salt of context.
That sucks.
Little seasoning.
Son of a bitch, that's how you say it.
Usually people
like,
say
fuck.
Usually people say that to like discredit the other person, right?
But in this case, it's the truth.
I mean, now we're going to have to research and see what movie he has with dogs and ghosts and
All dogs go to heaven.
Ding Dong Ditch.
All those 3 stories, I'm going to have to do some research now. A ver si. I'm going to go to the movie archive y a ver qué pedo, güey. Pero ahorita el que me tiene bien espantado este Halloween es el pinche
zancudo.
Yeah, he already got me fucking like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, I
güey.
saw him. I saw him flying around. Aquí el cabrón.
Nah.
Pinche casa de espantos right here, güey.
Pinche vampiro, güey. That's a fucking
It's the
vampiro
ghost.
right there.
It's the ghost of the mosquito we killed a month ago. Way.
Well, this is the son of vampiro.
Yeah.
Because I got 2 here. I got like on my fucking elbows where he keeps getting me.
Hey, imagine if insects had ghosts too. Way. Pinche mosca cagapalos. And then it's like, ay, güey, there's nothing there, way. You get stung by the ghost of a bee, way.
You might have a movie right there. Hey, fucking patent pending.
Imagine though, if fucking
You could
ants,
do it. Yeah. If you could
every
do it.
single ant that you've killed, every fucking spider you've killed comes back one day and just fucking haunts the shit out of you.
Pinche las cucarachas, güey. ¿Cuántos nos hemos matado, güey? Imagínate.
They're all going to confront you, way, at the end of your line over here. Way.
Imagine if they're all ghosts, way.
And then you feel a ghost fucking cucaracha in your ear.
And it lays ghost
inside.
eggs inside your ear.
Oh, what the fuck? That's a fucking movie right there.
Ay, güey.
Blumhouse. If you're listening, we're pitching one right now.
Yeah, we're pitching a fucking.
Puros gems. Puros gems. The mosquito whisperer.
These are all cult classics, bro. Instant.
Yeah, fucking
low budget
enough
too,
enough
Super
to
low
make
budget,
the
right?
protagonist go fucking crazy.
Hey, but think about it, where you don't have to fucking. There's no fucking. You don't have to show the fly, the ghost, or anything. You just fucking in the air. You're like, pinche mosca. You don't need to spend money on fucking special effects to have a ghost fly.
You just need a really good actor. And then sound effects.
And then the bee, yeah, they don't sting you or they don't kill you. What they do is they'll wait till you go on vacation to like the Grand Canyon or some shit like that, and then they'll attack in the cliff when you're like, and
Tomándote la
then you
foto.
fall to your death.
You're like, check. Another one down.
They wait till you plan a trip somewhere in Yosemite or some shit like that.
And then when they show you showing up to the Grand Canyon, güey, you just show a little fake bee on the shoulder, güey, like it just rode his shoulder the whole way.
That's hilarious, bro.
That's the mosquito, güey, is gonna follow us home, güey.
Or those beetles that we would put in the fucking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Be careful, dude. Be careful, bro. I knew where you were going, Dick. I was like, man.
Right away, I'm like, oh yeah.
I call them beetles, right?
I'm like, I stopped at.
You mean the giant flies or whatever?
Hopefully, people in the hearing this know what we were talking about.
The illustrious beetle.
Okay, it looks like a giant fly, no?
It kind of rhymes with cállate.
Wow.
I'm gonna take a page of a friend's book, Barlow's. It starts with an M and it ends with a ayate.
He says that?
No, but he uses it. He
shit.
something similar.
Oh shit.
Starts with an M and ends with a ayate.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Imagine what
Yeah, they.
they'll choke us with the string we tied them on.
Jesus. Fucking entertaining that puto.
He's like, ay, wait, and we're looking around as he's tying the fucking.
Y luego hay a veces de like fucking you put on it too much y le rompes la piernita, güey.
Dude, I had a dark
Ay,
childhood, way.
Yeah.
I know I had a dark childhood because I used to fucking pluck the wings off butterflies, way, when I would catch them in the
Ay,
gardens.
güey.
Yeah, way, it's pretty dark.
That's savage.
It is pretty
I
dark.
don't think I
though.
did that.
I did that way. I wonder why. I should talk to my therapist about that.
You should.
Because that's some like.
That's some serial killer shit. Right
No
there.
jokes aside, way. Yeah, I used to do that way. I used to grab them, catch them in the garden by the house. And they used to leave like this fucking like.
The pelucita.
Yeah,
like,
and then I would
mouse.
just fucking pluck the wings off. Turn them into caterpillars. But imagine, bro, like if I in this movie, way, I would have fucking these butterflies without wings trying to catch me, way.
Te arrancaban los pinches brazos.
Those are called
Imagine.
caterpillars, like you
Yeah,
said.
called caterpillars. Good luck, bitch.
Can't fly now.
Yeah, I gotta look into that way. Fuck,
Wow.
this episode's just bringing up fucking childhood traumas, way.
I know, it's stuck out over.
Good. Thanks for this fucking episode, Ramon.
It's a Halloween episode. Man. It's the darts one. You know, I wait all year for this one.
Yeah. No,
I guess it is what it is, güey.
It's a good one, way.
Yeah. So, what else are you gonna bring up, Fernie?
What else was I going to bring up, güey?
You're the boss, way. What do you want?
No.
I know, this is your episode, güey.
Oh, okay.
We're
No,
just here
because
as
now I
props,
remember. No, because he's like, I'm gonna wait after this one to bring it
Oh,
up.
I'm waiting for all the...
He wanted to tell us that this is the guy that fucking.
fucking
Oh,
relates his life to
no.
all the movies.
No, folks, so if you want that story, güey, pinche el Jerokee me say, bro, I sent you 3 of them, güey. You guys can pick the best one. And then I get a message a little later from Ramon. Hey, can you put all 3 together? so like, he didn't, I don't think, yeah.
I'm like, I put on like just because, yeah. Dude, they're good. They had,
Yeah, no, they do.
you know, some of them are cliffhangers. Like
They're okay.
At some point, I was thinking that the girl was gonna, la cuñada was dead.
Hey, that's the name of the bug fucking movie, Cliffhanger. Because
Oh, okay.
they make you fall off the cliff.
They drop you like
Not the Sylvester Stallone one.
Remember like the eagles and the goats or whatever? They throw off the cliff.
Holy shit.
Te enrollan, they pull you off.
They fucking drag you.
Hey, when you used to go to Mexico, like you were in Tijuana or somewhere else?
No, Tijuana most of the time.
So you were not like in Nayarit or anything?
No,
Okay.
no, más. Usually we were in Tijuana.
Yeah,
All
not in
right,
the
so
fun
so
spots.
you were not like the only reason because ahorita me acuerdo because I'm like you're talking about the insects and everything. I remember when I was younger, we were in Mexico and compraron un puerco pa una pinche, you know,
Yeah.
pa una fiesta. And I remember we got up early in the morning, and I had not that I had to, but they made me go help them.
Ah, you had to win.
Yeah.
It was a rite of passage, bro.
Yeah, to help prepare.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't have an option where you had
So me acuerdo que, you know.
Este güey nomás quería llegar a la taquiza, güey. You had to work, bro.
No te los cueritos, no te los cueritos condenados.
You had to work, bro.
Yeah, I had to work for it.
Can someone make some chicharrones or when?
And I remember, like, you know, like the sound of, you know, that
Ooh.
stays with you.
Like killing?
The sound of the
Oh,
pig.
yeah.
How would they do it?
Well,
I'm assuming it wasn't humanely done.
No.
well, I think it was. Lo amarraron de los pies y los colgaron.
Christ, bro.
Yeah,
That started.
Yeah, that's not.
Peter's sending emails already, bro. That started off.
And then I remember
Yeah,
they slit its throat.
Jesus, that's not human at all.
I know, it's not,
güey.
güey.
Human is a quick fucking. This is torture.
El Franco's Camilla is the little special that talks about shit like that. Güey.
Holy shit, bro. Yeah, they're savages.
And
bro.
I had to help, you know, pelar the hair or
Ooh,
off the
cuero.
skin.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I felt bad, but
Now I understand why you're not into like hunt. You prefer to just go to the carniceria.
yeah, fuck it, ya está
It
hecho.
makes a lot of sense, bro.
Ya está hecho.
I could have went either way. You
It
know?
could have. Yeah. Luckily it didn't.
I know, right? I was like, hey, this seems like fun.
That was a turning point when
It was. But how old were you?
9, 10.
Oh, that's traumatizing for
9,
sure.
10.
Our parents always tried shit.
It wasn't my parents. That's the thing. It was
Oh,
my
your uncle?
grandpa.
Oh, your grandpa.
Yeah.
They made them different.
te
in
vamos a
those
hacer
days.
hombre, cabrón.
Seriously.
Hey, ¿quieres comer carnitas, cabrón? You're going to see how
Se
they're
te van
done.
te vamos a tumbar
No,
los
but I
huevos.
mean, I don't know if it was. I don't think it was.
Holy
I mean,
shit.
it's the ranch life. Es la vida de rancho.
There's a lot of traumatizing things in Mexico when you're a child, because even fucking taking a shit at night, going outside and fucking in the fucking well or whatever the fuck they had.
You have to be careful that you don't fall into something. You
Dude,
know?
that was traumatizing way. Like just taking a shit in the middle of the fucking night
In
or
darkness.
pissing. Yeah, dude, I was scared as fuck, bro.
And my grandparents, they were still old school. They still had those
Little
carousel
lanterns?
lamps.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still had those. You know,
Holy shit.
I mean, you could use a flashlight, you know, but I remember walking with those little fucking.
There was no iPhones or Androids with flashlights in the back.
He Paul revered his way to the toilet.
And it was
The
and it-
turds are coming.
And this is like when they were still building the house, the little ranch house, you know. So we would go out there and stay over there. So when we went the following year, they already had the plumbing.
Yeah.
But that first year, whatever it was,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, íbamos con las pinche.
Yeah, no, I remember that way. That was me. And then as a kid, you would wonder like where flies. I wondered. I would always remember thinking this like, where does flies go in the night? Because I didn't remember ever seeing flies at night.
Going to your shit.
In Mexico, they go in the fucking shed where you take a shit. That's where they're hanging out at night.
Fuck yeah, buffet.
Oh, wait, it was
This is
crazy.
el Golden Corral, güey.
Este cabrón comió carnitas earlier. I saw him.
Flies always been traumatizing to me, way for some reason. Way not for some reason, not exactly. Way because one time when I was in Mexico, I saw literally a guy dead under a fucking house. Way like he had overdosed because he had a bunch of foam coming out of his mouth. And I was a little kid. They sent me to the store to fucking buy huevos, chorizo, or whatever for the fucking for the desayuno. So I remember walking by myself. Way not only was I afraid of the fucking dogs because they hit different in Mexico. Way,
Yeah.
those dogs.
They're savages.
Those dogs are
Son
literally,
cholos los cabrones.
literally drooling because they're hungry as fuck. So I remember walking as a kid way, and then I remember seeing some dude just kind of. There was this house, you know, how in Mexico sometimes they build these houses like on these uphills, and they put like the foundation is elevated so you can see under the house. And I remember this guy was fucking laid down right there, and I remember thinking like, man, is this guy okay? And I got close to him, and I remember seeing foam coming out of his mouth. And I kind of like gave him a, hey bro, what's up? And like he didn't move. And then I saw a bunch of flies in his mouth with the foam. And somehow as a kid, I processed that this fucking guy was dead. So I ran to my grandma's house and I showed up. I gave her the fucking food and I started closing all the windows. And my grandma was like, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't want the flies to get into the house because I saw them hanging out in this dead dude's mouth.
Shit.
And I was, as a kid, I started closing all the fucking windows, and that image of the guy, right now I'm thinking about it, it's stuck where I could see this fucking
How old
dude.
were you?
I was probably like around the age that
Yeah.
you were, like 9
10.
9 or 10, yeah. I mean, we downplay shit way because, you know, we're fucking Latinos way, and we're
Somos
hombres, but that kind of shit stays with you, bro. It kind of stays with you way, so.
Yeah, that shit always stays with you.
Yeah.
You remember shit like that.
Oh shit.
Pinches moscas culeras.
Ponte la otra, güey.
Ya acabaste que he's the more stories.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I forgot we're not supposed to share in this episode.
He's got a schedule to keep, bro. Hold on.
Yeah, no, my bad, man.
Okay.
¿Cómo son de culeros?
That's what it is, man. You've been cutting my story short this episode, so I get it now. I won't share anymore.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, boils and ghouls. This is Bobby from El Paso, Texas. Or also known as El Paso. I'm here to tell you a tale or two. So here's my story. Many moons ago, I shared an apartment with a roommate. I was in my room getting ready to go to sleep. It's like 2 in the morning. The TV's on. So as I'm drifting off, I felt if someone was crawling into bed with me. The space next to me was sinking in. Crazy, right? It's like if somebody was trying to be really careful not to wake me up, but the bed was like sinking really low. That feeling startled me awake instantly. I was like, oh shit! I was too afraid to turn around to see what or who it was. After a few seconds, I thought, maybe it was my roommate stumbling after a night of drinking. Could happen. When I got brave enough to look, there was no one there. I got up to check the apartment, but I was all alone. So that was my first strange experience in that apartment. Second time was in the summer. It was hot, and the air was not on. I was too lazy to get up to turn it on. It was the old school ones where you had to get up and there's a dial and you had to turn it to the right, whatever.
Típico.
And I was like, well, I'll just lay here and sweat. So I drifted off. I woke up. My room was cold. I was like, well, I guess my roommate decided to come in and from partying, whatever, and he turned on the air conditioner. So the next morning, I get up, getting ready for work. I see him come in, and I asked him. I said, hey, man, by any chance did you stop by last night, and you happened to turn on the air conditioner? And he was like, nope, I never came home. So again, that freaked me out. That was the last thing that happened to me there. Crazy, right? I don't know, but I'm going to fast forward to my current house with my wife, my 2 dogs, and 2 cats. This was 2020 or 2021. I went to bed like any other time. After tossing and turning, I finally found the sweet position. Again, I'm drifting off, and I felt this presence. The only way I could describe it, it was like somebody or something passed right through me. It was hard to breathe, and I couldn't move. Oddly enough, I didn't feel threatened by it. This happened to me twice so far. Both times I checked the clock, and it was 2:30, 2:45, just before 3. And you know what they say about 3 a.m. That is the witching hour. So those are my stories. And with that, I wish you all a happy and safe Halloween. I want to thank the Shuffles, Ramon, Stevs, and Fern.
I almost forgot.
Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you guys soon again. Stay safe and happy Halloween.
I don't know about going El Paso anymore.
No, my question is, el roommate, takes liberties of just going into Bobby's room?
You just call him shady right now.
So you're saying que se le antojó al roommate?
I don't know, güey, pero nomás así que entre.
Oye, papi.
No, güey, but I was thinking, like, esa la de la cama, I've heard people talk about that. Like, sometimes that they're asleep and they feel like someone or something sit or lay down right next to them, because you do feel that pressure change.
Yeah.
So it's just like, eesh.
Fuck, bro. I don't know, because I know Bobby, and I've dealt with Bobby, and I don't know. He's into like some dark stuff. So maybe in his case it's true what he's seeing.
Well, like el pinche se le entró, güey, and then he's like, this is comfortable.
I'm just here to snuggle up.
This is not threatening.
I know. I like how he said that he was lazy to fucking turn the AC.
Fuck, it's hot as fuck.
That's kind of interesting though, where like, because usually, well, I don't know if people really think about it, but like ghosts and stuff, they're like all that dark shit. You know, it kind of goes hand in hand with like the devil and like dark shit, right? I mean, usually the devil's associated with like fire and heat, and it's interesting how like ghosts and shit like that are associated with like cold and like it's just weird. What do you think that's about?
Well, because I think what it is that if you're alive, you radiate this warmth. You know, you're warm. When you're dead, you have no life in you, and it's cold. It's lifeless.
Like heaven seems cold to me. Like if I was to like think about what the weatherman in heaven, I don't think it's fucking 84, 85 up there, bro.
I'm thinking it's like 70, 71, 72. But
I mean, it's considered a little bit more colder.
Yeah.
Like
it's like a light sweater day.
Like I hope if I end up in heaven, I'm wearing my North Face fucking jacket because it seems like it's cold up there. Way, but it's crazy how like yeah, and I guess you're right, yeah, because the body is warm when it's alive. Way, but it's just interesting that temperature is like
temperature drops.
It's different because we associate like fire and like fucking heat with like the devil and like
infierno,
yeah, all this weird shit.
It's just uncomfortable. I mean, it's like even think about it. Like, you prefer a colder day than a hot day, right?
Well, if I'm gonna have it my way, I like 74, 75.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But let's just say, al menos en el frío, in the sake of this conversation, al menos en el frío, te puedes poner you're like a heavy jacket, or you could put on like extra socks, or like a heavy, like, you know,
yeah,
something, and you can try to stay warm as much as you can, right?
Yeah.
Little scarf, little gloves, or beanie, lo que sea. En el verano, güey, si no tienes aire acondicionado, fucking hasta encuerado, you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, para dormir un pinche San Marcos, if you're the kind that can sleep with socks on, chingons, you know, you just wrap yourself up like a burrito, way.
Yeah, no, definitely temperature. Like when they say if you can't sleep at night, it's because just the temperature's not to your specs, way. Like they have like these temperature fucking mattresses and shit now they're selling for really expensive, but
oh shit.
But no, it is. I mean, think about it. Way like our feet are kind of like they dictate the temperature. So there's no coincidence why when we get hot, our feet are the first out of the fucking blanket. It's like we do that without even thinking about it. Right. So temperature is important. Way it's just interesting how like the cold. Like right now, I'm cold. Are you guys cold right now?
Nah, I'm perfect. This is I hope this is better than the summer, way.
Yeah, I'm cold right now, way. Like my hands are freezing.
¿Quieres que te abrace?
Sí, way. Come here, daddy.
Oye, papi.
Yeah, wait. So then when I was hearing the second story that he talks about that he was too lazy to turn on the AC.
Yeah.
My only follow-up question would have been like, was the AC in your room or was it like in the sala where like it gets the whole house?
Yeah.
You know?
It's probably in the sala because you had to walk out. But the other thing he said that was interesting is the 3 a.m. thing, right? Like
yeah, the witching hour.
It is like...
It was like closer to 2:30,
2:45. Hey, but maybe he might be the type that que regresa al reloj para no llegar tarde.
And how's that work? Do ghosts know about daylight savings?
I don't know. What if the old coast is on the East Coast? So he technically comes out
6 hours,
3 hours before.
Does he know about mountain time or whatever?
Yeah.
Does he know the time zones?
Pacific Standard, Central, East.
Like si te traes un ghost from like Texas, do they know they're in another time zone now?
Well, I think if you bring like a ghost from like, let's say you're in Australia and you bring a ghost back, I think it takes them like 2 weeks to adjust because of the fucking jet lag.
Yeah, and the toilet, a little confusing.
Yeah, the toilet's different. If you have a bidet, it's gonna throw them off.
Hey, mate.
Hey, man, what time is it?
But there is something about like the 3 a.m. kind of time, no? Because even like for us that write music and stuff, these guys that paint, I mean, it seems like it's the best time to work creative things, way, because there's not a lot of noise out there. So there's something to that those times of the night or the morning.
Well, it's said that like and it goes back to religion. Like Jesus Christ was crucified, and apparently como dicen, he passed away roughly around 3 p.m. So anything that's against Christ, que viene siendo the Antichrist or whatever, is always the opposite. So the witching hour, or like the time, is 3 a.m. You know, so anything that's around 3 a.m. is demonic. That's a correlation to that.
Okay, so then it's just bullshit.
I don't know.
Thanks for clarifying that.
I don't know,
It
dude.
had to do with fucking religion, where
I don't know.
También you gotta remember that there may be some diferente truth there, because ya ves que the religion takes. Well, they took a lot, pues, like from other religions, and
yeah,
even
of
like
course,
witchcraft.
they recycled a lot of shit.
Yeah, they recycle a lot of shit and put their stuff on top también to assimilate like the people también, you know, but to not make it hard on them, pues, like, okay, you have this day, this festival, okay, so now, sabes que now 3 a.m. means this. ¿Me entiendes?
But you know that, like, that whole witchcraft shit, it's pretty fucking bullshit, way. I mean, that was an attack on women, because they you know, women traditionally have been like the ones even in our culture associated with like healing. And so when the whole witch shit happened, it was just basically guys shitting on women, where thinking that they were fucking demonic because they were considered like curanderas and shit like that. Where I mean, it's like the whole Salem witch fucking shit that happened. Where I mean, in those days, where I mean, just imagine the shit that we do now and the shit we talk about. Where we would have been fucking thrown in the fucking, we would have been hanging.
We
Where.
can still get thrown in and hung and shit.
Whoa, whoa.
But not like that way.
I know.
I mean, just imagine a kid has Down syndrome or is autistic or something like that.
They would have said that, yeah, it was because of the sin of the family or the
He
parents.
was possessed or whatever.
Some shit like damn. Those must have been crazy times, man.
Just imagine autistic kids, or fuck, yeah, está poseído.
Because they hear and they see shit.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, that's crazy.
I know.
Yeah.
Imagine like blind people too, where like we talk about like dogs and cats having senses. Like blind people, I bet they also have like heightened sensitivity
definitely.
to like noise and sound and shit.
No, it's not only that, but the environment, their
Yeah.
atmosphere
Yeah.
around them, you know?
Yeah.
They can feel or hear little changes in, you know, around them.
They could probably even feel like energy, like, oh, este güey está enojado or something's wrong with them.
Yeah.
Check.
Without even you saying anything.
Pues in the what is it, the Apple TV, way there's a show with el mamado, ¿cómo se llama? El Jason Mamó, ¿no? El Jason
yeah.
Mamado.
Jason Mamado.
Que it's the opposite del pinche. I guess everybody's blind now because of whatever. I wouldn't like. They're probably like the nuclear fucking war shit, you know?
The fallout.
Algo así, the fallout y todo. But everybody's blind, and now they're fucking hunting. People are starting to be born with sight again, and they're hunting them porque.
Wasn't that a
that's it.
Sandra Bullock movie?
No, that's
That's a bird.
That's
bird watch.
that's the one you don't. If you open your eyes, estos te siguen or whatever. Pero el pinche no, like, so it's the same thing. So they see them as witches, way. So they burn them on the stake también because they can see, and they go, that's what ruined the world before, pues. Like you seeing, and then the society advancing, it's just gonna repeat itself, pues. So los queman like witches, way.
So you got to play off that you're blind.
Yeah.
Shit, how do you do that as a child?
Well, they go through it. It's actually, it's not a bad show, way. It's pretty good. I think it's on its last season. But I haven't seen I don't know if I haven't seen the last one or the last 2 seasons. I think there's 3 or 4. But I saw like the first 2.
I mean, just imagine if you had some pull in the little town that you lived in, and you didn't like a neighbor. You just started seeing rumors about the fucking neighbor, and then they'll get fucking whacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw their light on at 3 a.m. They're talking
Some
to the
shit
devil.
like that, yeah.
They're talking to the devil. Who turns on their light at 3 a.m?
Yeah, the devil does.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's the witching hour, eh?
Fuck yeah. My compa Bobby from El Paso.
You remember the Dewey Cox story that when they were holding hands, you know who holds hands? No, you know who has hands?
The devil.
And he uses them for holding.
It's just about holding hands.
It was like a
Just
stupid love
wanna
song.
hold your hand.
And then they were singing this devil music.
I don't want no devil music in my house.
The wrong kid died. Holy shit, man.
That was good, way.
There's probably places in like the Midwest or the South that still fucking believe like.
I'm sure. Not only that, it's not that go that far. Like in Mexico or even in Central or South America.
Yeah.
And the small little towns, you know, something different. You know, let's just say you're very smart and you're able to figure out like all these fucking math problems. And I'm like, oh, tiene el diablo.
Yeah.
El diablo fue bueno con matemáticas.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Seriously, güey.
Wow.
Seriously, ma, pero 2 por 2 es 4.
Nah, el diablo te lo
güey es un
enseñó.
genio. Quémalo, culero.
Lo hijo de la chingada.
Ma, pero...
Mamá, pero no tenemos que ir a cagar en el río.
Pero,
we could create our own little septic system.
Ese pinche diablo se le metió. Se le metió el diablo.
I designed a septic system.
Amá, pero el puerco, ¿para qué lo matan así? No, este güey tiene el diablo.
Está bien enchamucado el cabrón.
Wow.
Amá, pero ¿para qué le amarran las patitas al puerco?
Jacinta, tráete el pinche mecate que ahorita vamos a ahorcar este hijo
Pinche
de la
razongón tiene el diablo.
Wow.
Imagine, güey, you dodged the bullet, bro. You probably kept your mouth shut.
Yo, güey, no.
With the pig incident, you probably didn't say that. It
No,
was,
you know what? And it was one of those where, like, I mean, I didn't like it when my grandma used to kill the chickens.
pero la taqueada, ¿qué?
No, like whenever she did that,
Qué rico
whenever we had chicken, my sister and I would go around and look for the feathers.
Pero el caldo de pollo, ¿qué?
I don't like I'm not too crazy for caldos, believe it. Like
No?
the caldo de res I like it, but I'm not too crazy for it. It's
I
not like
believe
something
it.
where like I want it. The only caldos I like is el pozole y el menudo. Pero caldo de pollo, it's like
Yeah, no veggies and chicken for this
No,
guy.
it's not even that, dude. It's
That's
just,
what it is, güey.
no, it's just like they throw the bone in there. Like I don't know, it's weird.
That's you're getting the
Yeah.
marrow, no?
Yeah,
The marrow.
güey, it's fucking healthy as fuck,
It's for
güey.
the- for
I
the
know, but it's just
stock,
like
no?
it's not my.
Yeah.
It's never been my thing.
Okay, all right.
No soy de caldo.
I don't mean to judge you, bro.
De pollo. O como dice el Vallarta,
Dice el
sopa de gallina.
Dice el pinche Ramón, póngame ese pollo en una torta, no anden con chingaderas de
Hágamelo en
caldo.
una flauta ese cabrón. I could deep fry that son bitch.
Wow.
That's how I like my chicken.
Yeah, if it's not fried, he said, I'm not eating it. I'm not into caldos,
No
only
me,
fried.
no me gusta cocido. A lo mejor asado, pero
Es como,
Into
remember the Simpson one where they have to, if you put it on the wall and the grease, you can see,
oh, you can see the paper.
Yeah.
Oh, this is good stuff right here.
That's
güey.
Ramón, güey.
No es Ramón, güey, fucking caldo.
If it doesn't have enough grasa, güey, no se va a armar.
Yeah, fuck
All
that.
right, it's good to know, bro. I don't want to offend you with some fucking healthy chicken soup. güey.
Suggestions and shit or recommendations, right?
Papi, hágame unas flautitas.
Con ese pollo, dame unas flautas, por favor.
Ay, güey.
No bone marrow for me.
Nah,
No,
güey,
no,
fuck
no.
that.
No, but like, por ejemplo, el caldo de res, my mom and my dad used to love getting the bone, because of the bone marrow. I never cared for it.
Yeah.
My cousins in Mexico, they all wanted el pinche hueso. ¿No? Like,
Ay, güey.
I know, right?
Ay,
Todos se
papi.
peleaban por el hueso.
Ay, güey.
Pinche huesudo está
Ramón, a mí dame la pechuguita fradita con pinche grasita.
Y si puede, pues enrollarlo en un pinche en una tortilla y ahí fríamelo, por favor.
Oh, you must have been a delicado ass kid, güey.
I was.
Your mom, instead of making you chicken soup when you were sick, she had to fry the chicken way for you.
Try to convert it to little taquitos.
Some fried zucchini, because pinche zucchini así en caldo no le gusta.
No, me gusta. I like calabacitas en caldo. No, I'm telling you, el caldo de res, I have no problem with it.
Yeah, no, I get it, güey. Maybe tu mom le hizo un día when it was hot as fuck. Y
No, she
desde ahí-
did it every fucking year.
desde
And
ahí.
now, just for tradition, my girl makes fucking caldo de res in the summer.
Ah, shit.
But you know what? Fucking it does. Believe it or not, there's something about it. It's hot as fucking. You eat it, but it kind of cools you down. Believe it or not, it does because you're sweating, and then that sweat itself kind of cools.
Is
I
it
don't
a
know.
caldo or salsita?
It's some rancho science, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, güey.
That's definitely rancho science, bro.
Yeah.
You would have been hanging it when if you made that statement in the
Oh
1700s.
fuck yeah! Órale este cabrón. Vamos a colgar, vamos a linchar este hijo de la
Imagine, güey,
chingada.
they would fucking hang people for being delicados with the caldo. Este güey tiene el diablo.
Este güey está pidiendo flautas.
Este güey pide flautas, güey.
Este güey está poseído, Jacinta, tráete el mecate, por favor.
Wow, everybody fucking wow, güey.
El mecate.
Wow.
Holy shit, güey. That's probably what happened, güey.
Tráete la soga y el mecate.
That's
de una
probably
vez.
what
Shit,
happened, bro.
güey. Wow. Este güey pide flauta a las 3 de la mañana, qué pedo.
Pero Tello, ya usamos todo el mecate con el otro pelado.
Holy shit, bro. Wow, dude.
Ya se nos acabó el
Oh,
mecate.
hey, play another story, man. This guy's gonna get us canceled, bro.
No,
Wow. Wow,
La
bro.
JR, güey.
Wow, bro.
Damn, güey. This vatos hanging kids, güey.
Dude,
It's not me.
this shit went dark.
It's fucking...
This shit went dark.
Holy shit, güey.
Este morro se levanta solo a las 3 de la mañana y va al refri.
No, es el chamuco que le está diciendo que tiene hambre.
Cuélguenlo, güey.
Este cabrón a las 3 de mañana me dice, no me gustan los hard shell tacos y me manda el Jack in the Box.
El día que te vas. A ver, ahí va
Ay, güey.
la tercera.
Ahí les va. Oh, wait, I gotta stop this. Hold on.
Ay, güey, that's funny.
Hey, Chicano Shuffle, how are you? This is Junior Sabbath calling in
Oh,
with
shit.
a little spooky Halloween story. Of course, trying to make it as quick as possible here, but also trying to make it as pocho as possible because that's the only way I can tell a story. Un gran
honest.
saludo a todos, everybody there, the crew, Chicano Shuffle, everybody on that side of the world. Big hug all the way from El Paso, Texas. So, to make it nice and sweet, let me tell you guys a quick little Halloween-y story. I grew up in Chihuahua, Mexico. That's where I met my wife, and now we live in El Paso, Texas. Her family, they still own a restaurant over there in Chihuahua, which I'm not going to say the name so you guys don't get spooked out and try to go and flood it as... I'm kidding. Actually, if you guys want to go and flood it, hey, it's great pizzeria. It's called La Bella Napoli. And you guys can check it out right there in Chihuahua Capital, Chihuahua, Mexico. So, story goes, the restaurant that they have is a very old house that was built in the early 1900s. En la casa tienen abajo también un salón de ballet. So my suegro teaches ballet downstairs. So as I was dating my wife, I would always go to the house over there and hang out downstairs. And, jokingly, they'd always tell me, oh, you're going to go, vas allá abajo con el fantasma. Te vas a ir allá abajo con el fantasma. And I would always wonder, what do they mean, el fantasma? Why would they say that? And, well, it turns out the story goes that when the house in its early stages, I guess, I'm not sure what years I'm talking about here, but before my wife's parents owned it, this house is really close to one of these old hospitals in Chihuahua, ¿no? El Seguro Médico, que es uno de los hospitales pues más antiguos de la ciudad de Chihuahua, ¿no? Entonces es un área muy vieja, la zona dorada le dicen, ¿no? De Chihuahua. So it's one of those downtown areas that's always been there, right? Very famous, no, very famous area there in downtown Chihuahua. Those of you that have the fortune to know Chihuahua might know what I'm talking about. Pero the story goes that in that house there, it was inhabited by medical students back in the day that used to have a lot of their practices right there at the hospital, which is 2 blocks away, right? And as the story goes, claro que, well, in the early days of medicine and the earlier years, I'm talking about 70, 80 years from today, back then. Not from today, before today, I should say. Plus a lot of the practices they were doing were very old, and a lot of suffering was occurring in a lot of these hospitals. And to this day, this hospital is known for having situations where narcos go taken there after a shootout, and then they mysteriously go and get killed inside the hospital already, and they get shot there again. So there's a lot of mysticism and a lot of tragic details and events that go along with this hospital. Anyway, these medical students reported that they lived in that house for many years, and they shared rooms in that house, and the house was constructed like that. Even to this day, when I go to the house, tiene cuartos abajo, cuartos arriba, el salón de ballet, la cocina está en otro lado, so el patio. So the construction's very old school. You can tell it's very colonial, kind of those the old days. And they one day just fled from the house and left it alone, and it was abandoned for a while, for a few years actually, until my suegro was the one that went and bought it. And he took it upon himself to remodel it and put it up to date again and make it useful, right? Because it had been abandoned for years. And nobody really asked why it had been abandoned. It's just been abandoned, because it's a downtown area and it's an old area, and nobody really wanted to put some money into that area, you know what I mean? So what ended up happening is that as the restaurant's already open, a few years into its business, they say that this older gentleman comes in and he has this spooked face right? And comes in and goes into the restaurant and kind of looks around and they say, hey, buenas tardes, bienvenido a la Villa Nápoles. What can we do for you? And he says, how long has this restaurant been here? And they said, well, it's been here a few years now. The house was abandoned for a few years prior to that. And then he said, yeah, I'm one of the people that left the house. I used to live in this house. I'm one of the people that abandoned it. So immediately all these questions arose, like, oh, well, take a seat, let's talk, like, let's learn about the history of the house. So the guy says, and I'm going to tell this part in Spanish a little bit so you guys can listen to it and how it was told to me. The guy says, tengo más de 30 años que no paso ni siquiera por esta calle, que ni siquiera me paro por esta avenida, no puedo pasar por aquí. Dice, porque yo vivía en esta casa con otros compañeros de la escuela. Y dice, en una noche, en aquel cuarto que está ahí donde están ustedes, dice, era mi cuarto. Y una noche estábamos todos dormidos ahí y algo me jaló las piernas y jaló completamente de la cama. Boom, pulled him out of bed, took him and dragged him from the room down to the stairs, into the room where I used to go take my naps dating my girlfriend, where they would tell me, va a dormir con el fantasma. Oh, shit. And he dragged him into that room specifically and pulled his legs all the way down the stairs and everything to that room. All the other roommates saw it because they heard him yelling. As he was yelling, ayúdenme, and they're pulling him down the stairs. The roommates came out of the rooms. They started seeing him too, all medical students. They tried to help him and they couldn't. They all presenced that force that dragged them out of the stairs. That same night, they all grabbed their shit and they left the house. Right? They were spooked out of their minds and they left the house and they left it empty. They left furniture behind to this day that they still have there in the storage unit. I've seen a lot of this old furniture that's still there. All of these weird mementos that I guess medical students kept are still there. Right now, next door to the restaurant, to the pizzeria, there is a funeral home that was built. And I I don't want to say there's been eerie, strange things happening, but there's a lot of stories that come out of that little area there. I was fortunate enough to only feel, if anything, strange changes of temperature inside the room that I was in downstairs, porque yo les decía, tengo frío, pásame una cobija. And they would say, oh, that's con el fantasma. But I didn't know the stories, I was just like, whatever, it's just cold down here because it's a basement. But yeah, that's the story. That's the way the story goes there. And to this day, the restaurant is still operating. It does great in business. It's a flourishing pizzeria, Italian restaurant. If you guys want to go check it out.
No.
Hope
no,
I wasn't taking too much of you guys' time. Thank you for having me on the show. Again, this is Junior Sabbath. That's my quick Halloween story from Chihuahua, Mexico. There's a lot of crazy stories that go on in those old parts of town. That's just one of them that I personally have been in contact with. If you guys want to know more, you could always visit the city of Chihuahua. I'd be glad to take you down there sometime.
Nope.
From El Paso, Texas, signing off. Chicano Shuffle, comiendo tacos aquí en la frontera con Juaritos.
Hey, wait. So this story is good, not only with the story, but wait, we fucking realized that the saying "Vámonos que aquí espantan" is from Chihuahua, way. That's what the doctor said.
Hey, and also that one que te van a jalar las patas apparently started there too.
Oh, fuck yeah. Shout out to Junior for giving us fucking
that pizzeria is a pass for me, dog.
Yeah, that's enough for me, dog. I'd rather hit up la Pizza Hut ahí en la esquina. ¿Qué dicen los dogs? Hey, güey, vámonos que aquí espantan, güey.
Yeah, so what was this? This is about maybe in September. We had just finished roasting and he had texted me something, so I was driving and I called him up and we were just chatting it up and I was telling him like he was asking me about the podcast. I'm like, yeah, right now I'm trying to get fucking ready for October, but we got the event coming up también. And he's like,
this was in March?
No, in September. September.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just get right away.
Right away.
Pinche Fernie.
He preps all year for this way. He just doesn't want to admit it.
I'm already working on next year's.
He says his favorite episode. Where
He did.
So he was telling me the story. I'm like, no mames, güey. I had already gotten home and I'm parked and everything, and listening. We were talking. He was telling me the story. I'm like, no chingues. there was more detail. He condensed it just for the sake of it. But all the other stories that he was telling me, especially with that funeral home next to the pizzeria. And dude, I was like fácil in my truck, still sitting there for like 30 extra minutes. The mijas are like, hey, what the fuck, ¿con quién andas hablando? Oh, con el Junior. Hey, qué casualidad. Yeah. I'm like, no. So I told her the story. She's like, oh shit. And the thing is that he had sent me the Google Map picture of the pizzeria and everything. Se llama La Bella Nápoles. And then there's a hospital that's correlated to that place too. That the hospital itself has a lot of fucking stories.
Yeah, hospitals are creepy. Way
this sounds like some ancient burial ground activities.
This sounds like the same people that were running Killer King back in the fucking 90s.
Wow.
Fuck, there's a lot of shit there too.
Yeah. They put some money into it. Way.
Yeah, but the ghosts, what they're walking around with chains now or what?
Jesus Christ!
Or like fucking todos pipiris nice.
Wow.
Killer King is a hospital in what is it? Watts? Compton area.
South Central.
Yeah, they used to call it. It was the Martin Luther King, but they used to call it Killer King.
Yeah, because if you went there, you're sure gonna die.
Yeah, you're not coming out.
Yeah.
Thanks to steps.
What? What?
No, because I jumped in.
Oh, he always does it. Yeah, I was thinking the other day, how long have we been doing this podcast, man? I still have to rush. I still feel like, honestly, when we're doing the podcast, I have to rush the story because I know he's going to come in and fucking
hijack.
I just don't understand when it's going to change, way.
No, maybe you've seen it. You got lado amable, way. You're finishing each other's sentences, way.
Nah, way, that's not good podcasting, way. Because I feel like my cadence is not natural because I know he's gonna come in and just fucking. And sometimes it's not even what I'm gonna say, way. But it's all right, way. It's another podcast. Hopefully, I'm gonna light a candle for him tonight. So hopefully he changes that.
That's the whole podcast, way. Speculation and.
I mean, it just throws everything off, way. I try not to do it. I would demand the same respect, but I don't know, way.
I will, way, because he's going to call Jacinta in the rope.
Jacinta, tráete el mecate.
Date las pinches mariposas, los caterpillars.
Oye, este cabrón thinks he's got stories.
I'm glad you noticed too, Fernie. I was thinking it was just me.
Because today's on point.
Yeah. I know. He's like, this is his episode, way. I can't really say anything.
Shit,
yeah, it happens, bro.
Gracias, Junior. That was pretty good.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. And thanks for the recommendations, but no thanks.
It's a no for me, dog.
Vamos a Chihuahua.
I'm sure que está bello el Nápoles, pero
Chihuahua, no te rajes.
Chihuahua.
Definitely some ancient burial ground energy, bro.
Yeah. Oh, and this was like the old towns like that. I believe it, way.
Oh, for sure. Way, this is madre, way.
Yeah, way. That's a lot of history.
Taca Browns, way.
A ver, ustedes síganlo ahorita.
Síganlo ahorita. This is your show, way.
¿Será que like it's wood, way? Like what's it about? Because like even instruments, way, they're known to like absorb like spirits. You think it's like something to do with like wood?
Well,
like
wood's
maybe,
more. I would say is if you're thinking about like that.
I'm not thinking like a structure like a home. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying. But I'm thinking if you're thinking of like material, I think wood would be more. Como se like más esponjoso, more absorbent, pues, of like energies or something.
Yeah.
Get like a concrete block, pues, like.
Because people would argue that concrete is still like. I mean, I don't know how you would argue that because wood is literally a living kind of thing. Yeah. So I don't know if it has like a I don't know what it consists of. Way obviously, some people say that plants should have feelings. So I'm not sure if that's it. That this was actually something that was living, and then because instruments are also known to like have certain vibes and energy. Way. So I'm just trying to get to the like. What is it about a structure that keeps that? Is it really wood? What do you think?
Well, I think if we're talking about like I'm saying the materials, that makes sense. Same way that the wood pues like contracts and like when there's more moisture in the air, te pegan más las puertas and shit. They expand.
Yeah.
And te pega un poquito más la puerta. Same shit. I think if you believe in all those energies, toda esa madre, I think güey, se les puede pegar shit like that,
Because there's a thing about like guitars where that a lot of people that play old guitars, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old guitars, they're broken in, they say, like, and there was a time where I was kind of thinking about that way, and what I kind of came up with is that it takes the guitar about maybe 15 years to realize it's not a tree anymore. It's an instrument. It dries up. This guitar is still moist. It still has moisture.
Hi, papi.
Because it's like a 2-year-old guitar. So there's still moisture in the wood. It's going to take this guitar about 15 to 20 years to realize it's a guitar. It's not a tree anymore. It dries up. It plays better. It just kind of realizes like, oh, fuck it, I'm a guitar now. So I really think that the wood is the one that kind of keeps like those energies like in I don't know if I believe in like the lot. Oh, this is where it's not just the lot where I feel like the wood is the one that keeps like those energies in.
But I think the same thing that the tierra though, like when you talk about la tierra, like it's the same thing. It's more absorbent pues than decir una piedra or concrete that's made out of fucking piedra. That's what I'm saying.
No, for sure.
So I mean I think it would have the same effect way like this if the ground do una matanza or there's buried and fucking in bad intentions type of shit way, you know?
But could it be that
if you believe in all that, I think it all makes sense way.
But then let's go a little bit deeper. Can you believe that it's like the dirt also where the tree comes out and then the dirt kind of manifests into the tree and then the tree gets into the house? I mean, it has to be something to
well,
that.
It's all connected. All that's connected. With the tree no crece sin la dirt, pues igual. So it's all connected.
Maybe
So
the mineral
dirt.
and things is what absorbs the energy.
Because they say that in Oaxaca, the dirt is full of minerals. That's why they have the momias. It mummifies the bodies because of the minerals that are in the dirt. So it makes sense that translates into wood, and then it translates into the house having the energy.
Oaxaca or Guanajuato?
Guanajuato. Did I say Oaxaca?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Guanajuato.
¿Qué pasó, güey? Ya se me antojó un quesito.
Un oaxaqueño? Yeah, no, Guanajuato. Guanajuato is definitely the mineral in the.
Because también, if you think about it, in forms of technology, like. If you're inside of a concrete area, you can't. Your signal cannot travel out. It gets trapped in there, and you can't get signal in either. Like
you can't penetrate.
Yeah, you can't penetrate it. It gets stuck in there.
Oh, it gets stuck.
So some energy could stay within the building, or it could stay within the concrete, or the bricks, or the dirt, or lo que sea. It could stay there because somehow it sustains it.
I mean, I've never heard ghost stories that ay, güey, se me apareció in the backseat of the car. I mean, they're probably out there, but like, you don't really hear like ghosts fucking haunting cars and shit. So I mean, there's something to the wood where I think we're onto somewhere.
I wanted to bust a Jerokee. Like I remember, I bought a 1976 Fury.
It's a difference between buying a lemon that breaks down than it being fucking haunted. Way I mean, there's a difference.
No, but it was going with the movie Christine.
Pero no, because I mean the car thing también makes sense porque you watch movies, way. How many vatos muertos te meten in the trunk, way? Pues they're more haunted cars, way.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, way. I don't know.
Or people like.
I'm saying maybe we're onto something. They don't absorb into the metal and shit.
That's what I'm saying. Remember, this episode is like more groundbreaking than we want to give it credit for.
The lamina is not conducive.
Fiberglass doesn't really hold.
Yeah, no.
So what we're learning is, Ramon, build your house at a fucking lamina.
Yeah.
Laminas and shit.
Yeah, because instruments also have like energies, like they say like, oh, this guitar or some, and old violins that are like 200 years old, and there's a certain, it's interesting, man. Damn,
Jewelry
también?
Yeah, like what is it? I know that what was it? That like some jewelry kind of harnesses.
Wait, did you hear that? Oh shit, we could write to the podcast.
All three of us heard it.
All three of us heard
it. I heard that. Fucking sounded like a sliding gate.
Oh,
and it's Saturday. Nobody works on Saturday.
No, not even.
No, sorry. This is Tuesday. We gotta keep the
oh yeah, the flow. Yeah. Never mind. It's actually not even Halloween anymore.
Nah, it passed.
Hey, ¿qué pasó, güey?
It's el Día de los Santos.
I'm have to release this at 11:59.
Yeah.
Oh, no, a las 3 de la mañana, cabrón.
3 a.m. Yeah, you should release this at 3 a.m.
Para que veas, güey.
That would be cool.
Keep it real, bro.
Yeah.
Someone in the fucking in the chat over here, they said that the witching hour, that's also the hoochie hour. Gritos all night long.
The debauchery hour.
That's also the papi hour.
Hey, the reason why they're called the ladies of the night.
Oh shit.
Fucking, they're getting crazy, bro. I was driving through Figueroa the other day. Jesus
Dude.
Christ, bro.
They're like, yeah.
I almost pulled to the side, bro, to see what was happening over here.
¿Qué regalan?
¿Cómo está el precio ahora?
How's the inflation on this right now?
I just wanted to figure out what the market looks like right now.
I saw one where a guy pulls over. He's all like, "Hey, ¿cuánto?" And she's all like, "No, por lavar la troca." Like,
Wow.
to wash the truck, detail. Like, I'm not gonna wash no truck. It's just like fucking raza. Güey.
Ah, güey, that's crazy.
Se pasan, güey.
Jokes on jokes, man. I wasn't really on Figueroa.
Well, I mean, it's
It was
possible.
Long Beach. Long Beach has their own little Figueroa section.
Do they?
Yeah,
Long Beach.
a lot of places, way.
Yeah, it's just but like Figueroa, it's really good. Like there's actually residents now that are trying to like
Get rid of it.
yeah.
But I don't know. Can they wear? It seems like it's out of the like the control fucking volume now.
I'm sure they could if there was like I don't know not a curfew but like a task force or some task force or something. But
Highway.
It's one of those that people don't mind until it's happening in their neighborhood.
yeah,
Like, oh, they should be able to make money and do this. It's their bodies. But then if it was in your neighborhood,
mándalas a Santa Monica,
mándalas a Irvine.
Yeah,
Fuck it, güey. Send Jacinta and her rope.
esa cabrona. No, güey,
Puras witches ahí en Long Beach.
es una diabla con la pinche soga la cabrona.
Ay, güey.
Yeah, so
Mira, this is called Bitches Brew. Like I thought it said witches. I remember right now that I got a fucking coffee, but it says
Groundwork?
Bitches Brew.
Eso los falló.
My bad.
Hey, fuck.
What we got, man?
All
We
right.
got one more. I
One
think,
more.
¿Listos o qué pedo?
Dale, güey.
No, let me find it. Hold on.
Hello. It's Ashley Lanna from the true crime show Lullaby the Fear podcast. And this true story I'm about to tell, I have not told in a long time because it's kind of unbelievable. However, myself and 3 other people vividly recall it. So this happened in 1998 when I was 5 years old. My grandmother, she was diagnosed with sickle cell cancer and she was in the hospital for a long time. I was able to see her until she got very ill, and then she didn't want me to see her in that state, so I never saw her after that. I had to sit in the waiting room with a member of my family while my grandfather, my biological father, and my mother would go up and see her. This one time in particular, the 3 of them went to go visit her, and the important key to take from this story going forward is that all 3 of them had different religious beliefs, and all 3 of them experienced the same thing. My grandparents, they were Roman Catholic, my mother is Lutheran, and my biological father was an atheist. When they entered the hospital, my grandfather went up to the front desk to sign in with my mother, and my father was waiting with me in the sitting area, and the story goes like this. As they approached the desk, they both took notice at the gaunt old lady that was behind the counter, and she had stringy, greasy hair down to her shoulders, and her skin appeared gray and pale in complexion, and she was unbelievably skinny and creepy looking. And this woman didn't acknowledge them when they were standing there, and my grandfather told her that they were there to see my grandmother. The woman, without looking up, said that my grandmother had been transferred to another room, but she didn't say which room. So my mother asked her where she was, and the woman again, without looking up, responded by saying, just 666. And when my mother asked her to repeat herself, because my mother was very gobsmacked by the response, the woman finally looked up, and my mother and my grandfather describe her as being blank and emotionless in the face. And her response was, go to the 6th floor and they'll help you there. Now my grandfather is on the verge of being slightly offended, and he was very confused. And my aunt had just arrived, so she was sitting with me and my dad. And my mother and my grandfather, they come over, they pull my father aside, and they tell him what happened. And my dad, being a very aggressive person, he got upset, seeing that my grandfather was upset. So he went up over to the front desk, and he talked to this woman. And this woman told him the exact same thing. And then she wrote down just the number 6 on a piece of paper, and she slid it to my father. Then she got up and she left. Now, everyone except myself and my aunt, because we stayed in the waiting room, they went to the 6th floor front desk, and they asked the nurse where my grandmother was and what had happened with the nurse on the main floor. And this nurse was very confused because the woman they had described didn't match any description of any of the front staff that worked at the hospital. And by this point, my grandfather, my mother, and my father are all shaken because they felt a very dark presence after that woman left the main area. And my father, who's an atheist, he made a joke and he said, if I go into her room and the cross is hanging upside down, I'm leaving. Well, the cross wasn't hanging upside down, but 6 days later, my grandma died on June 6th, 1998, the 6th day of the 6th month on the 6th floor of that hospital.
Shit.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, so she said that going back to that story kind of like, como estabas diciendo, kind of like revived some old memories or some old feelings, and it kind of like put her in a weird state that she had to call her mom and she had to call, you know, her family to try to get the story right, you know? Just because ya ves, a veces como dices, like sometimes we remember a story the way it happened to us or the way our mind kind of perceives it, but when you have everybody else correlate to it, they kind of like, you know, there's context now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it kind of like, yeah, not that it messed her up, but it took her back to that place.
Yeah, dude, memories do that way. They bring back like certain feelings, bro. But so this lady wasn't really there. Is that what we got from the story?
Yeah, that nurse didn't work there, or that lady that was in the front desk wasn't there.
No one knew who she was.
Yeah,
that's crazy way. Like, how do you explain that?
Ancient buried ground activities.
I don't know.
No, sorry.
I don't know. It could be one of those things where like, I don't know. Could it have been there?
I mean, does the hospital have cameras? Like, can you go through the...
Probably. But
like,
this is back in 98, though. I mean, I'm sure there was cameras, but I don't know if there was...
Everywhere, like now.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like everybody has a camera phone now. Like the story that Junior said with the guy going down the fucking stairs and being dragged. I mean, you would think that... I'm not saying that it's not true, but like everybody's their first response is to grab their phone. And the fact that we haven't really seen anybody get dragged from like an invisible place with somebody filming, like
a real video.
I would think we would have that at this point.
Well, I mean, I've seen videos like that, but sometimes you think they're fake, or sometimes they're like, yeah, that's fucking paranormal activity fake, you know, or like, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, well, we can't trust what we see on the internet.
Exactly.
Yeah, but like...
You hear the way he phrases it? Sometimes you think it's fake.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think it's fake. I see all like, that is real.
I mean, if going back to the story though, I mean, it could be una loca or something too, you know, like she just fucking...
How would she know that the grandma was on the 6th floor though?
But she didn't. She said that was days later, no?
No. She just wrote... She's
666.
At first it was what she said, but they're like... And then the mom was upset about it. And then when her dad went, the lady just wrote the number 6 and said, go to the 6th floor. They'll help you there. So how did this lady know that she was on the 6th floor? You know?
I don't think that's as hard as to figure out with the 6. I mean, once you put the whole 666 together, que se murió on the 6th.
6, yeah.
All the sixes together. But I mean, knowing that she's on the 6th floor, I don't think is...
6 months,
Is that like...
day on
I don't
the
think it was
6th floor.
a secret way. She could have saw when they took her up or something. Way.
I mean, you want to say coincidence, right? Because life's full of like things like that. And I feel like there's a lot of instances in life where like we can piece together things that would kind of follow the narrative that we want to believe, right? Like... I mean, I see 1111 all the time and 222 and like I see double numbers all the time. Like, what is that about? Like, is it really like there is something to numbers? Like, it has to be, right? Because like music's numbers, math, you have numbers that kind of have equations that help you understand the universe and how stuff works.
Calendars, your clock, your watch, everything. You know, you go by these numbers. You go by dates.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we have a friend in common that she also used to see us. I forgot the pattern of numbers that it was. She always used to, like, when she would wake up, it would be that time. Or whenever she was driving or she had to go somewhere, y se fijaba que horas eran, that time always popped out. And I think there's the Smiths or Morrissey mentions that those numbers in one of the songs. I just can't remember which one it is right now. And she was saying that when she was listening to the song, she hears the numbers in the song. She's like, what the fuck is up with these numbers?
I mean, I did a little bit of research on it. I'm not saying that I believe it, but supposedly it's like it's like they associate it with like some kind of like angel that's telling you like whenever I see 1111, apparently I'm supposed to like really think about the moment and know that exactly what's happening. I'm going in the right path. It's supposedly like these little
Some kind of signal, you mean?
some kind of signal that yeah, dude, keep going with that. Whatever you're thinking, yeah, keep going. Supposedly that's what it is. I'm not sure how accurate that is, way, but apparently they're trying to tell me something.
Pero también it's like we like stories like, you know, what happened to Ashley or what happened with the one that Junior brought up, or even Bobby or Jerokee. We listen to these stories, and to them they're like it happened to them. They saw it, they heard it, and everything. But everybody else is quickly to dismiss it and say like, no, it was this and all that. The only thing I can remember is from The Usual Suspects. There's a phrase that what's the name of the actor?
The one that canceled?
Yeah,
Kevin Spacey?
Kevin Spacey. He says it's like the greatest trick that devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. So that's always one of the things that we're always like, you're just imagining. Oh, you know, there's a logical reasoning to it. And I guess a lot of people are easily or quickly dismiss that whatever theory it is, like, oh yeah, no, eso no pasó, or it's the wood in the house, or it's the house setting itself, or it's the wind, or it's like, you know, esto y el otro.
Well, sorry, we go.
I was just gonna say, no, como dice este güey, we live in a time where everything gets captured now, way.
Yeah,
and it's kind of weird, como dice que, like, where's the videos, pues, like someone would have captured something by now, I would think, way. Like,
and it's not just the internet; it's homies, friends. Like, if you showed me a video and you see you Stella or somebody's getting dragged, I'm gonna believe it because you don't know fucking how to edit video.
No,
So when I see that, it's like, okay, yeah.
But I mean, we're not the type that always goes for our phone.
no, we aren't, but the world is.
And then we're different people too. Like, it just because I'm wired to get to the bottom of things. A lot of people aren't. They take things as face value. That's what happened. I'm wired to figure out why. That's how I'm wired. That's the way that I am. So it's not that I'm like not believing, but people have to also understand that people process things different. I want to understand. I don't just want to take what I think it is, because for the most part of my life, what I thought was true wasn't. It's a fucking lie. I've been telling myself lies for my whole life because I take things at face value. So it didn't work for me. So now I want to figure out like why shit is and why. I'm not saying I don't want to discredit them, because who am I to say that what they saw wasn't real? But my personality is to kind of try to figure out why. Like, why is that? What are we doing? Like, so it's not really discrediting them, where it's just mostly how some people are just wired to try to, and that's a very human characteristic. That's why we advance as a civilization, because we want to understand things and how things work. That's how engineering works.
Yeah.
If we didn't have that trait, we wouldn't have fucking microphones, this podcast. We wouldn't have anything that you see. Where it's a very human characteristic, and the fact that religious fucking scholars say that the devil's a bad thing, to me, it discredits the whole religion, because why is the devil a bad thing? Like, you need that polarity. Like, why is only like the good stuff? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You need that stuff too. It kind of balances out. There's a yin and the yang, which people concentrate on, you know? Everybody knows that, right? The white and the black. But what a lot of people don't realize is there's also a line cutting between, and there's something to that. And so it's not just, that's why I don't get with like the religious scholars and people that are really into religion, that I don't see like quote unquote the devil or any of that shit. I don't see it as negative. I see it that it's part of life. We need that to be able to understand. Like, there needs to be a polarity where
you can't know the good pues without the bad one.
Exactly. Where that's exactly.
It wouldn't be in the churches or any religious institution's best aspect to say, well, look, some of you are cool, so we'll show you this, and the rest of you, you could go over here. I guess the whole aspect is like, yeah, they're giving warning, like, hey, this is a bad person, you know, or this is a bad entity, or you know, following this path is not going to be good for you. This is, you know, try to work on this and all that, you know, try to be a better person, help your others. Lo que sea, what entitles to, I guess, being good goes to it. Because I mean, if you were to hear an institution say like, yeah, the devil is bad for the good people, but everybody else is bad, they're good for you, so do that. It's like, hey, well, wait a minute, you're picking and choosing. So they're trying to be more open, like, hey, everybody se puede salvar from this entity or from this path if you follow us, or if you go with our guidelines, or if you go with our followings or our teachings or our faith.
Pero también, how do you? What I mean, like from what you're saying, que, oh yeah, did that. Pero what if you cut out the whole devil side of it, way? Do you still have religion? How do you lure people in without the devil side, way?
Yeah, that's a good point. Way, how do you?
I think
it breaks down.
He's
That's
essential. He's needed.
That's what he's saying.
You need
There's
a
that
bad
balance.
guy. You need a bad guy to convince people that that's
There's a
not where
good
you
guy.
want to go. Yeah.
But I mean that's the. I mean that's. It's like, I mean, there's a balance to anything, and it comes to either faith or your soul or your religion or your belief or whatever. It's got to be that too. I mean, for a sunny day, there's a rainy day. For a day, there's a night. For a cloudy, sunny, all this.
But it wouldn't be night without having the day. You wouldn't know that there wouldn't be.
You wouldn't know that it's.
You
night
wouldn't know
or day.
that there's. Where's the darkness right now? Is it still here, or does it mysteriously come when
it's in Australia right now, actually.
No, but like if we were in a super dark room and we had lights on, where's the darkness there? Is it still there, or as soon as we turn the lights off, it comes out of nowhere? No, it's like you need those metrics to. You need hate to understand love, because, like. It happens in political circles too, where there's people could be religious far enough that they turn into what the devil is. Mm-hmm. Like there's a healthy medium, but then there's also a really bad fucking threshold, and like you think you're doing good, but you're so far off that you're already fucking around. Like you're not in a good space.
And that fucking, ¿cómo dijo? The time on the paper circle.
Oh,
yeah, it goes back to his thing.
Time is a flat. No, what is it?
You already went around
time
that
is a
circle.
flat circle or something like that.
I just I don't know, way. I mean, hey, you know what though, and I don't want to shit on religion, way, because it does help people, right? It's just there's certain aspects of religion that. I just don't agree with, way, that when you start kind of criticizing other people and like this is a way and you're
wrong.
Why would I want to go to heaven where everything's quote unquote perfect? I want to learn about things, way. What the fuck am I going to learn hanging out in clouds, way? What the fuck? That sounds like a boring ass life.
I don't think that, I mean, somehow that's what we're understood that heaven is like, or I don't know who or where I got it from, but that, yeah, you're in heaven and you're in the clouds. And the clouds is to, your loved ones, everybody's up there and everybody's down, and who was mean or awful or whatever, evil, they're down there,
Religion told you that.
Yeah, but I mean, at some point, I mean, my parents followed along with it. What was it? Catechist teachers followed along with it. There was like no different aspect. Like, maybe it's a state of mind. Maybe it's like, heaven could be anything for anybody. It depends, how you envision it. If you envision it like that, then cool. If you envision it hanging out with all your loved ones and catching up and like, oh my God, you're my relative. I feel like I know you. I've never met you, but I'm glad that I'm here. Type of deal like that. It could be just a celebration.
I mean, this is a kind of language that would have got us killed back in the day because we're questioning religion.
I know.
Yeah.
Fucking Jacinta would have been ready.
You have the devil in you.
Ramon and Jacinta. Hey, Ramon, you think would have been the dude burning people away? I feel like he would have been.
I think in his life he would have had the tables turn on him, and eventually he got burned because he'll start to think about things a little different. Like, oh no, this guy's he's going off the fucking rails.
Because when he starts shouting out Jacinta, it's like living another life. He's reliving it. Way.
A lot of people when they started like questioning their religion, they start asking a lot of common questions. Is one of them is if Jesus existed, why is there suffering in the world? Right? Like they ask those kind of questions, and for the most part, the answers that I've heard don't make sense to me, way. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard better answers than that.
No.
But that's when they try to like say, oh no, this person's already lost. Like, no, they're trying to understand.
Oh yeah, they're being difficult.
Their brain, they probably masturbate at night.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they don't
Wow,
want
Jacinta, tráete el calcetín.
Morning, day, night.
Ese güey se la está jalando,
In
güey. ya.
between lunch breaks. You got some downtime waiting on hold for the
Wow.
rep. Like, fuck, anytime, no?
Se quiere sacar oro al pinche
Wow.
al
Fuck
chile.
it, pasar el tiempo.
Shit.
You gotta fine tune the instrument, bro.
Yeah, pero también bringing it back to the stories, güey. Your experience is always stronger, güey. Porque even yo ya ves que también, como dice este güey, I would like to know the why and hows, no? Like, you say, oh, I saw this, but te pasan un chingo de carros with their high beams right there. Like the street faces us and then it turns, right?
We're on the 5th floor.
But doesn't mean that it's on a hill, way. Like the cars are coming up the hill, way.
It's
Like,
not a steep hill.
okay,
It's-
so it's not even about that way. I'm saying you want to figure out the hows and whys, como dice este güey. But when you experience something, pues, it almost even trumps that. Porque ya ves que the stuff that que me ha pasado a mí, también I got explanations for it, but I'm like, pero no sé, güey. I was there and it was kind of weird, you know? Like allá como el pinche the hospital in Downey, güey. And you go, well, I was there, some weird shit happened, and yeah, I got some explanations, pero como happened to me, it's diferente, pues, you know, it hits you hard, like a little harder way.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing with the stories people have, pues, it happened to them or someone they know. And sure, you might want the hows and whys, and you might poke all those holes, but it still happened to you and it's still there, güey. Like algo todavía como, hey, pues me pasó a mí, güey, and I'm still not sure.
No, yeah, for sure. And I probably sound like I contradict myself because on the one hand, I'm saying, trying to find the obvious kind of answers to it. But I'm not like your typical person that'll discredit that because I've experienced shit that's out of this fucking world. So that's also like a good thing to throw in there that I'm not shitting on it. I've experienced shit that I don't tell anybody because I don't want to trip people out. But there's definitely something there where, and yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm trying to discredit people. It's just I always try to find like the why in things where.
Ahorita que Fernie mentioned the Downey asylum. Yeah. My sister doesn't live that far from there. And she takes her dog to walk. And I think they just shut down Rancho Los Amigos. What is it? The
Rehab?
No, but it was for the adolescents or like, it was like a juvenile hall, I think it was. They just shut that little area down. And she says that like not too long ago, she was walking her dog through there and some weird shit happened to her. Oh, like, fuck, I wish I would have brought her on, and so that she could tell that story.
Call her. Put her on the mic. See if she answers. Call her.
What would you call her?
Yeah, call her. Put her on the mic. It'll be funny.
Oh, shit.
All right, hold on.
Good podcasting.
It is, way, because it's like fucking random. But I don't know, way. I want to believe that we're not alone, way, and there's something out there, right? Because it makes it more interesting, way. Why would we think that it's
Well,
just...
I'm saying it's a personal thing, pues. Sometimes your personal stuff, pues, trumps, even if it's by a little, pues. Even if you want looking for those answers, pues, you want... If whatever you want, pues, trumps things a little.
Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hey, we're recording right now, and we're doing the Halloween episode. And I was telling these guys that you had an experience right there by Los Ranchos Los Amigos. And they're like, call her up. Fucking. So I'm going to put you on speaker while we're recording. But no, so that you can tell your little experience. Que te pasó, like when you were walking Tater. Oh, hold on.
Wow. Wait, there was a well
I
already.
know.
Wait.
What the fuck, bro?
Oh, hold on.
She started with the well, so
Yeah.
está cabrón, güey. I don't know, güey.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but I mean, no vi nada. It's just fucking creepy there. And then in my apartment, start or what?
Oh, yeah. Start already. I got you on speaker.
Oh, okay. No, pues I live right there por el Rancho Los Amigos, and recently Marisol told me que the Discovery Channel did a special and that it's actually haunted. So she had asked me if I ever worked there, and I'm like, no, I never worked there, but I had clients when I used to work with probation, they would be detained there, and I had to go to court there a few times, and it's a creepy building. It's old. The parking structure is creepy. The outside is creepy. So I think before the pandemic, it got shut down. Ya no está abierto, pero todavía there's cops and sheriffs and the security staff que a veces están. But when I walk Tater, every time that I walk over, there's just a creepy walk. But I still go because it's, I know the area. Pero siempre se siente bien creepy in esa área. And then when I've gone through the back, you could just feel the creepy factor of it. Pero resulta también que, está like 2 fucking blocks or 2 main streets from there, está the old asylum, que is also haunted. So, it's also haunted. So I'm in the middle of those 2 things. Pero recently, I started going to the gym del apartment building, which is just a room with a freaking treadmill and weights and whatnot. Y the time that I've gone is like around 8 o'clock, 8:30. And I kid you not, the 5 times that I've gone there, yo nunca presiento cosas. I never get the creeps. Because, I just don't. I will ushala and whatever. But the 5 times that I've been to that gym, to use the treadmill for like at least 30 to 45 minutes, I swear to God someone is in there. I'm always looking behind my back. I feel like someone's sitting behind me, and the creepy thing is that I'm using the treadmill and there's mirrors in front of me, so I could see behind me at all times. Pero siempre I'm looking to my right, and I could swear someone's there. Like I see there's something there. There's a presence. I haven't seen anything dark, pero así de reojo a veces siento que ahí está alguien. So, like I told Mary, so it makes sense. Maybe that whole fucking block is spooky or something, because I'm in the middle of the juvenile detention center and the asylum. So that's the creepy shit there. And it is creepy. Like if you walk through that area, sí se siente creepy, not only because it's dark, but it just feels creepy. So I think my apartment building has something. My apartment itself no creo, because my dog nunca se ha asustado. She's never gone crazy. She's barked at certain things, pero I always just blame the wind for it. But yeah, ahí está haunted Los Padrinos Juvenile Detention Center, and then the asylum on the other side.
She's talking facts, bro. It's haunted.
Bro. The shit we do to get out of working out, no?
The shit you do to get out of working out. It's haunted.
No,
Shit we make up by
after 8 years of living there, I finally took the courage to be like, all right, let me go use this stinky ass fucking gym. Let me go see what's the big fuss about working out and walking for my health.
It just happens to be haunted.
Yeah.
To manage my fucking anger. Y para qué? Ahí está un pinche ghost.
Sí.
So now I'm really like, how about, this is a clear sign that I shouldn't be working out. I watched The Sixth Sense too many times to know when the ghosts are trying to tell me something. So, Pero once again, if I take Tater and she's not acting weird, then I don't feel weird. Pero the times that we've walked to the detention center, I've lived there for 8 years. I've always walked to that area. Siempre me da creeps. And Tater, she likes to jump on the little fake grass area. Pero a veces sí, it's just weird. It's just that weird, icky feeling. And I never get that with anything. So,
No, you're by yourself.
I know.
People in my life.
Only everywhere, including the gym.
Pero yeah, no, está creepy. And I know, like, Esteban knows the Downey area, so un día que se vaya para allá, and then he can tell me what he feels.
I've been there.
Yeah, you've been there?
Yeah, I've been around there.
Yeah, métete hasta adentro.
Ay, güey. Whoa. This conversation's taking a turn.
You guys golf?
Okay, papi.
You guys golfed in that one? In that one?
We've golfed. We filmed a video there too, a music video with our other compa. We've been there.
It is creepy there, pero
I
mean,
There's no gym.
Yeah, they're discrediting our stories, Noelia.
who?
Esteban and Fernie.
No.
Well, they've never experienced the ushala. That's why.
Meche's been there to fucking do the ushala for us.
Yeah. No, I don't. I mean, my mom and my dad have seen something here in our house, and mis parents. Yo nunca lo he visto.
Yeah.
I've never felt anything here or experienced anything. I've heard noises in the roof, like arriba, pero era un gato. Pero fuera de eso, me and
now we're getting off topic.
But my mom and my dad have seen and felt someone here. So who knows?
Son los
Who knows what it
miedosos.
is?
All right. Bueno, pues,
right.
thank you for
Thank
taking
you,
the call.
madam.
And tell my mama I said hi.
Ahí, güey.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, that was a good one.
No quiero ir al gimnasio, hay un fantasma.
Someone's watching me.
That's a good one, eh?
The bell on the treadmill is making noise where it's haunted.
I hear a squeak every time. There's like a little scream every time.
Luego le sale humo.
I'm gonna get her some WD-40 for Christmas.
Está cabronado el pinche
Oh, that was good, man.
And then I feel the heat from the inferno.
Yeah, that's great.
It's like hell's right underneath me.
So you felt shit at your parents' house, right?
I seen something.
Ay, güey.
shit.
I seen something, yeah.
Shit.
And I think it's in the early episodes, but it's when I had just gotten recently divorced, I moved back in with my parents, and one of the back rooms. Right now, it's the kitchen now. They converted it into the kitchen, but we used to have the computer there, and the door was right next to it. So when you opened it up, the door, it would be right next to the little computer table. So I was right there doing the MySpace thing and like, hey, what's up, eh?
Long time.
¿Qué rollo con el pollo, eh?
He was trying to figure out who Tom was that followed him. Este güey quién es?
Este güey quién es,
¿Le
right?
debo feria o qué?
So then when I'm typing, I saw someone come through the door and look at me, and I thought it was my mom, but I see from my peripheral, right? They looked at me, and then it was weird because like they turned and like it seemed like they ran away. I'm like, what the fuck? And I look over, and I'm all like, fuck, like I'm getting fucking goosebumps. I'm all like, Ama, and I'm all like, what the fuck? So I walk, and my mom's in the living room. I'm all like, hey, did you just come? She's like, no, why? And she was watching some show. I'm like, because this fucking happened right now. Noelia wasn't there. My dad was working. So it was just my mom, myself, and my brother. And my brother can't walk, so it wasn't him. So she's all like, I poke him. I'm like, yeah, someone just walked up to like the door and they were looking at me and I thought it was you. So when I'm about to look, they turn around and they ran off. And that's what fucking, lo que me sacó de onda, because I mean, why would you run?
Imagine your mom's the ultimate prankster. You guys don't even know.
No, I don't know if I throw this joke out last time, güey, but maybe his mom was checking si este está tirando una chaqueta
know,
atrás,
seriously.
güey.
Like, este güey está viendo pinche
That's why she
porno.
ran, güey.
Pinche cocurreo así me dijo que está adicto a los pornos. ¿Qué está haciendo mi hijo?
He's got some downtime. I heard.
She was watching some noticiero on
I mean,
Univision.
you did say you were recently divorced, so you know how parents are, where they like to worry about us. So maybe she was worried that you were fucking...
She's like, ay, se me va a ver.
We're over here fucking discrediting what he saw.
I don't
So.
know.
There was that one, and that was when I recently was divorced. But then there was ones when I was living there before I got married, and I was in my room, which was Noelia's room when I came back.
Used to be an ancient burial ground.
So the door was open in that same area where I saw this person creep in. I was it was a Saturday, and I was watching. I got up. I woke up tarde, and then I was watching TV. I went to the restroom. I came back, and I me acosté en la cama, and I'm watching TV, and then I saw somebody cross my like, you know, cross in front, and right next to it was the washer and dryer. So I thought it was my mom, and I was gonna ask her. I'm like, hey, what about a little lonchecito or something? So I kept looking.
Mao Caldito.
I'm like, I kept looking. I'm like, Ama, and I'm calling her out, Ama. So I get up and I go and I look, and I'm like, oh fuck, she's not here. I go, there's nobody at home. And I'm like, what the fuck? I look outside. My dad's car's not there. Noelia's car's not there. And the van that my mom drives is not there. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just fucking grabbed my keys y me salí yo también. I took off. I'm like, fuck that. Then when I came back, I told them. And, you know, again, they're like, estás imaginando, estabas todavía modorro. I'm like, no, I just
No, no habías comido, mijo.
yeah, se te
falta
bajó
un
el
caldito de
azúcar.
res.
Se te bajó el azúcar.
Un caldito de res, mijo.
Andabas en ayunas, mijo.
No, déjate hago ahorita ¿quieres unos pancakes? Te hago unos pancakes.
Pues sí.
No. Bueno, ahorita me eché una hamburger special, pero no, gracias.
So your parents have lived there forever?
Yeah.
Have they seen this person?
My mom's seen a little kid. And because my mom said one time my dad was outside and she went outside to I guess they were doing like gardening or something, and my mom heard the phone ring, so she's running into the house, or you know, hurrying into the house to pick up the phone. When she walks in, she saw this little kid in the living room, and my mom froze, and she's just looking, and the little kid's looking at her, but he was like an old timey kid.
Old timey.
Yeah, like
It was in black and white.
no, the clothes was like old timey. I know.
Yeah, see, that's another thing too. Where it's like,
The clothes was old timey, like it would look like if it was like in the 30s or 40s, like a little kid como los vestían antes.
yeah. So that's another thing too. Is like, there's the ghosts are old. Way like you don't see a kid with a Supreme hoodie fucking haunting you. They're usually dressed like fucking pilgrims and shit.
Can I have some more porridge?
Where's the fucking dudes that like Bad Bunny and shit?
I don't know. Maybe the next generation will run into them. They're gonna see them with cornrows or like fucking baggy pants.
It's anecdotal too, way, but most of the people around me that see and feel things are associated somehow with religion. They either were really into like religion or they are. Those are like, in my circle, those are the people that are usually into stuff like that. And you're basically validating that también, where it's like...
I mean, but it could be that they're a little bit more open to it than someone that's not, that, como dices, they're gonna question it, or they're gonna find a reason into it, and maybe not tell that story, running the risk that they're gonna get criticized or judged, or be like, oh, they're like, why do I need other people's input? I already have my own input,
Well, I mean, it could be that you, like, your personality is more kind of like whatever this is, it's out there. They know that if they come towards me, they're pretty much wasting their time. Let's go with this guy. He'll believe us.
More gullible.
So it's basically like a cult mentality, where it's like not everybody is going to be brainwashed to be in a cult, but there's certain characteristics of a person that they can manipulate and make them be a part of what they want. And maybe if it wasn't like religion, maybe you would be susceptible to being in a fucking cult or something. I mean, there's things that people have that are really similar personalities that really fucking get scared with shit like that. And I'm not saying that I haven't experienced it, but to me, it doesn't affect me like that. I'll start floating off of my body, and then it's like, well, I don't want to do that shit again. But it's not like I'm afraid. It's not like I'm fucking like, oh, fuck that.
I'm afraid to go to sleep.
Yeah, no way.
No. I mean,
Makes life interesting, way.
Yeah.
Come on, next time say what's up, way. Get to the bottom of this shit, way. Don't fucking run away with your keys, way.
Fuck that, dude.
But get to the bottom of it, bro.
Fool, you want to get checked?
Fuck that.
You got your filetto, bro.
I don't want to get checked by a ghost, way.
He's gonna fucking stab him through, way.
There's nobody there.
But then you'll know, way, if it goes
That's
through.
what I'm saying. Get to the bottom of it, bro.
No, all it is that, like, I don't know, way. No, fuck that.
You want to get checked, fool?
Prefiero que digan aquí corrió que aquí quedó.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then you went back to sleep there later that night,
No,
right?
I mean,
He
but
did,
I
yeah.
went back and I
You should have been like those doctores, never came back.
My rosary. Oh, my, like, fuck.
Vámonos que aquí espantan. Fucking origin story was.
I don't know what my dad's seen. I know he told the story too, but he's seen something. I forgot what it was.
Wasn't that scary if you went back. Way.
I mean, he lives there.
Shit.
He's like, that's why I got married. I got to get out of there.
Oh, shit.
So those are little things that's shit in that house.
Hey, man. Well, we appreciate the stories that were sent, man. It was a fun episode.
Yeah, it was, man. Thank you to Jerokee from Astafalas for his stories. Thank you to Bobby and Junior from Slvthammer out in El Paso, Texas. Thank you to the Queen of Scream, Ashley Lanna from Lullaby the Fear podcast. If you haven't checked out her podcast, then you're missing out.
And yeah, I want to say thanks too, way, porque I'm sure Ramon was a little forceful.
I wasn't forceful. I just reached out to them.
Hey, that's a good story. Record it and send it to me.
And add sound effects and make our job easier.
Hey, understand story. You said you're going to do this.
There was
We have a verbal contract.
There was two people that they were gonna do. They were gonna read out a story, not más because of time and everything. No se pudo. But one of them was Benji, our compa Benji.
He wanted to wait because this was already a little long.
Yeah, he wanted to tell his story, but no, I'll wait for it for maybe next year. We'll save it and shit. But just want to say thank you to all of you guys and ladies for doing this and adding to our podcast and to our audience, to our listeners and everything. It's really fun. I enjoy listening to these stories, and that's our Halloween episode.
No, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap, So I know that tomorrow is Dia de los Muertos. It's for us. It's a day of celebration of our loved ones. I know that this year and the years prior to this and everything has been rough. So if you have a loved one out there that's moved on to the next world, let's celebrate their life. Let's tell their stories. Let's keep them alive. You know, that's the only way they still get to live with us. If we tell their stories and keep them alive and share the experiences we have with them. And shout out to everybody out there that enjoys this podcast. And if I can just want to say thank you. I don't know what else to say. I'm just like a little...
That's good. That means wrap it up.
Yeah, wrap it up. So, Raza, thank you very much. Thank you for the patrons that jumped on and that followed along with our stories. Thank you to everybody that supports the podcast. Thank you to those that are bought merch, that subscribe to our Patreon, that have bought cafecito from Mistaza. Chingo de gracias. And what else do we have, Fernando? Do anything new?
No, we had a lot of stories.
All right. Esteves, you have anything coming up?
This Friday we're playing at this place called Alex Bar in Long Beach. We'll be headlining, so it's a good night. It's a soul ladies night, so every single singer in this band is a female-fronted band. It would be cool to come check it out. I think it's $10. You can look up on Alex Bar on Instagram, or look up Maria Groovy MS on Instagram, and hope to see you guys there. It's gonna be a good show. We're gonna have a full band, keyboards, horn section. So this time we're gonna do it right.
Órale. All right, so ya lo oyeron, Long Beach, Alex Bar.
Alex Bar, Friday.
Remember also that this weekend, cambia el tiempo, so if you're planning on doing a tranza at work, make sure that you plan it all right.
And make sure to tell all your ghost friends that there's a time change.
Yeah. Yeah, that way they don't show up at the weird hour, you know? It's got to be the witching hour.
They think they're showing up at 3 and it's really like 2, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you don't, yeah, that's not cool, way.
Yeah, it throws everything off. Maybe that's what happened to Bobby.
Yeah, but that ghost was like late then, way.
No, because it was
2:30, 2:40 is...
That was a Chicano ghost, bro. That's
Yeah, maybe the time jump forward, or the time jump back. Who knows? Might have been. It's still there around that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, I hope if I ever have a ghost in front of me, it's a cool looking cholo from the 80s and not some fucking pilgrim looking dude. They couldn't shoot the shit.
Probably.
Right? Hey, bro, you know why those are called fucking Cortez? Love you guys. Peace.
Love you, and we're out. Bueno, sí. Ahora, vámonos que aquí se espantan. Oh, and my grito, a ratos votaré.
Vamos con los fantasmas, güey.
Cuídense.
Ay, güey.